have some other participants. Here we go. We're live. Smash that. Scrap. Like, smash it.
That thing.
Oh, yeah.
Smash it.
Hearts. We like hearts. We like thumbs ups. We like laughy emojis. We like poop face emojis. If you can drop a poop face emoji. That reminds me, we haven't played the emoji game in a while of like tell a story via emojis.
I feel like the last time we played that game was like when you were giving away
sales boost tickets or like home service workshop tickets.
It was either sales boost or whatever you guys call it now, or huge.
We did it for the huge like a couple years ago, but we did was you're on. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send a picture of the two of us on to everybody else. We might have like 6 people on here. We might have a few. Were you? I thought maybe you were. I'm gonna tell Trevor you're talking shit. There we go. All right. There. We got a little business owner recap, and Zig and I were just catching up. And I was like, well, obviously we got to hit the live button if we're going to start talking and catching up. But do me a favor, if you're catching this and catching up on this, Facebook changed the settings. So if you're watching this on the Dan Plata profile on Facebook, you can't share it from there. You can like it and comment, but know that it doesn't show up in StreamYard. So what you ought to do is go to the Best Damn Bookkeeping page and like it. Like my page, bro. Go like the Best Damn Bookkeeping page, and then from there you can share it and comment, and then I see it in the feed. So go like the page of, you see the logo here on my hat is Best Damn Bookkeeping. You can see it. Oh, I got to change our I can change our background here with a little media asset switch. Best Damn Bookkeeping. It's all over this son of a gun. Zig, where are you going? You're in the firehouse. You got a big fire truck behind you.
I'm at work right now.
Working. What's the percentage chance you get your bell gets rung and you got to go chase a fire? Well, and he froze.
It's not a good question to ask because hold on a second. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
I think I need to go back upstairs. The Wi-Fi is better up there.
You gotta go to where the router's at, or the firehouse router. You got a lot of brick walls there. The Wi-Fi is struggling to get through the brick walls. Look at him go. Look at the fitness. I went for a run today, and I had run yesterday, and I don't have my running shoes. I forgot them Labor Day week. I forgot them at my parents' place back in northern Wisconsin, and I haven't been back. And so I have like my cross trainer shoes, and I've been running, but it really kills my calves. Like there's no arch support, so I have to like go for a run on my toes, kind of. And my calf was hurting today, but I was like, whatever, don't be a bitch, go for a run. And so I like lifted weights this morning, and then over lunch I was going for a run, and I got a mile out, and just my Achilles went boop, and I was like, oh, like we're done running, and then I had to walk a mile back. And I was like, oh damn, it's like the walk of shame. Got to walk a mile back home. Like ran a mile out, and I'm walking her back. We'll see though. But now I leave tomorrow for a fishing trip, so I got 5 days to recover.
The chances of me getting a run is a bad question to ask because if I answer it,
it's
jinx it.
It's only going to jinx it. You're right.
Yeah, so
that's wisdom, folks. If you learn one thing from tonight's podcast episode, it's know when to not jinx it.
Right, exactly. but I'm the boss. I'm the boss tonight, so I got my own room. Look at that. I got my own sink over there.
Jeez, you're living large.
My own little TV, little desk.
Damn, what are you doing on the computer there? Because you're on your phone.
Where is everybody? I thought they were all joining.
So I know that Ben's not going to because Ben is the dude. This is like the reason to not own a nice boat. When you're the guy that owns the nice boat and you're going to Devil's Lake in North Dakota, we're using your boat. And so Ben's the guy that's got to get the boat ready and pack up like all the stuff for the boat and his truck. Like we're taking his badass truck because he's got the F-350 to pull the big ass boat. And so Ben probably won't jump on because he's got like, I just got to put like some base layers and whatever clothes I want to get full of walleye guts in a bag and show up tomorrow. A headlamp. I need to remember a headlamp and rain gear. It's not supposed to rain which is exactly why you need to bring rain gear. Everybody knows.
Yeah,
that.
100%. Bring rain gear.
Yeah, best way to stop the rain from coming is to have rain gear.
Yes.
But yeah, I found my fishing rods and I grabbed the 2 tackle boxes and set them in my way so that I remember to grab them tomorrow morning. But that's like, I'm packed. That's the extent of my packing. The rest is just gonna be like throw clothes in a bag. If I forget a toothbrush, whatever, I'll buy one out there, But
Right.
we'll figure it out. Chargers, phone chargers. I'll bring my computer. I got one bookkeeping demo to do. Can never pass up a good demo. You know me. Got to be
Right.
talking to people. Where'd you go? You just went dark, but I still
Oh,
hear you.
hold on. Yeah, I'm still here. Give me a second.
I can tell you're here by the way that I can hear that you're here. You like that?
I'm trying to get this on my computer is what I'm trying to do.
Oh, you're pulling the old switcheroo.
Yeah, because I'm on my phone right now.
Somebody hit the recording button. What was that? Why is it doing that? Oh, it's shit. It's just recording everything. That's neat. Let me get while we're doing this, let me get the Facebook Live pulled up. And so if somebody comments on there, I can see it. Oh, look at JC Chinowski. Says, "Hey guys," and then he says, "Zig, get out of the closet." I don't know if that was supposed to be a gay joke or if that was just
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. That's why I said I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But as far as JC is concerned, you are in a closet.
I'm in a closet.
Supposed to get out of it.
I'm connecting to my computer for.
Here's my suspicion. Just to update everybody on the topic at hand. Oh, now we got double Zig. Let me get secondary Zig in here. Zig 1 is or Zig 2 is going to kick out Zig number 1. There we go. Yep. Oh. Look at the technology at work. Here, watch this. Boom. That Zig is gone. That Zig is gone. That little guy. That little guy. Don't worry about that.
That guy over there. You gotta worry about him.
So here, this is the thing we do on this show. Like every time we do we call it a boob event. For those that aren't familiar, Boob is the business owner outdoor badasses group. And we had a little boob event, and this guy Zig was supposed to come and was lined up to come, and then the government screwed him over. That's the story I'm telling. Like as far as I'm concerned,
it's perfect way to describe it.
Yeah. Damn government. Always trying to bring the small business owner down.
It's the government.
Government. They do it with taxes. They do it with rules and regulations and all kinds of bullshit. And then they do it through and when they feel like they're not getting enough of what you got, they're like, "Hey, let's obligate your wife so you got to watch the kids." Like they're onto you, man.
Yes. They knew I was going on a hunting trip.
Dude, they're listening to everything we say. They're like, "Oh, Zig thinks he's going hunting." Not so fast. Training. Yeah. Man, out of town. We missed you, man. We could have used your you got positive vibes. There were times at camp where we needed some positive vibes.
Oh, I know it. I know that feeling. I know that time, that camp time where you need somebody to bring everybody up.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
You go. You were saying.
I feel like it happens more at deer camp than it does at fish camp. Even if you're not catching fish, for some reason at deer camp when things are bad, everyone kind of gets into that, like, fuck this.
yeah, especially when it's 90 out and you're in Kentucky.
Yeah,
you're like,
man.
what are we even doing out here?
That's tough.
Angela's Chinowski said, we got the Chinowski family on tonight. Angela said, what happened to your bar background? Nothing. I still have it. But check out these badass turkey fans I put up. Like, I just added these. And so I was like, I feel like this is as good as the bar background. Let's throw up some turkeys. They've been laying, like, for a while they were laying on our garage floor. Well, Zig was there for the initial issue, which was our house got flooded by a pipe that broke, or like a connection under a sink. Garage had to be like taken apart because when water leaked in there. then they had to, but so then it turned into like my taxidermy space in the spring, shot a few turkeys. As you can see, it's hard to look in here to tell which ones are which. I shot 2 of them and Danny popped one of them, and they've been sitting in the garage, and Marty couldn't pull her car into the garage for like months. And then even after they fixed the thing, then Dan had to like get all of his stuff out that he just left laying around everywhere. And so that probably was a couple months. And so then I finally got these mounts done, and it took forever. They look sweet, but they were a pain in the ass. I wouldn't buy these mounts again, these like mount kits. Rob's on.
I like those mount kits. Those are nice.
They're cool, but they were a pain in the butt the way to like screw stuff in. And this like cover thing, the tan kind of like leathery cover thing, it's got a spacer like this big. When you cut a turkey fan off and to get all the feathers, it's like this thick.
Yeah,
so then I had to buy little blocks and cut them down on the chop saw and glue spacers together and then drill the holes, and then they wouldn't line up, and then, you know, like all the shit. So, I mean, it was like multiple. It was a lot of drying down of the turkey fan and making sure it dries spread out like they do. Like they don't just come out like that. You got to take some time. And the feet and the beard. And then to rig up the actual kit so that it would actually work with how thick I cut the tail fan off. Man, then I brought them up here with the intent of putting them on the wall behind me, but they laid on the guest bed in my office here for like a month and a half. And finally last Friday, threw those babies up. So Angela, we're skipping the bar because 3 big ass toms are cooler than a bar.
Mine from this year, mine and my son's I salted them and then I hung them from some fishing line, like upside down with like these little clips, and it worked really good. And then they hung there for the entire summer.
Like to get them to spread out?
Yeah, to just get them to like dry out, and it worked great. I literally just had them completely upside down, and I had like a piece of fishing wire strung across like a corner of like my workbench. And
that's a really good idea.
I took those little like they're like paper clips, the ones that you squeeze together.
Oh, look at you're giving the thumbs down. Look at the thumbs down, asshole.
And I just clipped both sides of the bottom feathers, and it held it perfectly. But now I moved them down to my office, and they're sitting on the desk in my office now, where I need to get mounts like those. Because mine was a Jake with a little tiny beard, and I lost the beard, so I don't even have a beard for mine.
It's just a fan.
But
my son, pull your seat down.
My son shot a bearded hen, so like I gotta get that thing. Yeah, I gotta get. My buddies were actually really mad at me when I sent a picture of the bird all pieced out on my tailgate. They were like, "Why didn't you mount that for your son? It's a bearded hen." I was like, "I don't know. I didn't realize it was that big of a deal."
'Cause food.
Yeah. So my buddy's like, "Yeah, I've only been hunting turkeys my whole life, hoping to shoot a bearded hen one day, and you just ripped it apart."
And then were you like, so you're out there trying to kill hens?
Yeah.
Call yourself a sportsman.
Terrible.
Call yourself a sportsman. You're trying you're out there attacking hermaphrodites. What kind of human are you to go after the minority?
So Kentucky, man, you guys, it was weird. I was trying to keep up and also not get FOMO.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did that go for you, being like the one dude that couldn't make it at all, but you stayed? Well, Jerry was in the text chat too, but we knew he wasn't coming earlier. He just stayed in to be a part of it. But you were up until what was it, like a few days before, maybe a week before? Like,
I was going.
You had a plan.
I had shit packed up,
and you've got pins in this place. Like you're familiar with where we're at. This
I was so excited about this hunt, but not being there and like reading your text was like fun to be a part of it, but also like sometimes I'm like, God, I don't even want to read their text today. But it was interesting. Like you shot a deer one night and then you kind of went silent.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that you shot. I was like, did Dan ever find his buck?
So here's the happening of that. Well, let me backtrack. So I'm curious, because we'll tell some stories. Cole has a thing going on tonight, but if he jumps in, he and I shot bucks. I mean, we might have launched our arrows at exactly the same time. Nobody really
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah. That's what it seemed like. You guys both texted around the same time.
Yeah, and I had no cell reception when it happened, but I could like satellite text Ben. So I was like updating him, and then he was relaying. So
Okay.
I think that was maybe Tuesday. So we started hunting that Saturday, and I think you probably saw these texts, but this area where we were hunting in Kentucky is 18,000 acres of public land, and it's river bottoms that are usually planted. Like they have a bunch of fields, and they have a quota system for the farmers to rent those fields. And I had heard about flooding out there, but I never like really looked into it. It was right there. And so
really?
none of those fields were planted. None of the farm fields on the public were planted. Once you got to the private, most of them were planted because it was just high enough ground. But it's, I mean, like they had roads that were shut for like months underwater. Like that river was over like the main roads.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was like bad. Yeah, it was bad. And so it really changed the hunting. There were two weird things that happened. And I don't know if it was this way when you guys hunted it last year, but oh, we got a visitor. I don't know if it was this way when you guys hunted it last year, but there was a lot historically there was a lot of pressure out there. I gotta get Danny a headset. We got a cameo from Danny O. Oh man, this is complex. This is a lot of moving parts here. What are we doing, Danny? Here we go. You getting in on this? We're talking about hunting stuff, so Danny's in. Every time she's like the worst at falling asleep. She's got to learn how to fall asleep better. It's a skill set. You got to learn. But so it was a super immediately it was like a big time bummer that all those egg fields weren't planted because it's like that's kind of
a bummer. That was nice when I was there. They were all planted.
Yeah. And like the first spot we walked into, the I've hunted there twice and I've shot two velvets within like 200 yards of each other, and it's behind a dove field. Like I don't think anybody else is going in there because they're like, oh, dove hunting.
Dove hunters.
Yep. And so I just go to the backside of that field and I shot both times. It was opening evening. The first hunt I shot a decent buck. Nothing huge, but like nice bucks that I would shoot again. And we went back there right away. I was like, there's nothing planted here, and there's like no deer sign. There's a few tracks, but not enough to make me want to like dive on in there and give it another first night sit. And so we like scouted around, and we were just trying to find where public land bumped up to private egg fields.
Yeah.
The challenge was, us and everybody, right? And there was a lot of there was a lot of pressure in there in years past. I'll say it was probably half as much this time. We saw a lot of people the evening before and that like morning of driving around, and then we just never saw them again. I think they left. And we lucked out in that Ben had Charlie, his 10, 11-year-old with him, and they went and started door knocking and got access to the finger that I know you guys got access to in the past, and where Ben shot his buck and Cole wounded.
Did they get access from the same guy?
No.
Interesting.
The dude we had gotten access from a couple years ago, he had passed away. Like the first year we got access from him on that same finger that you guys did. But then the next year we went back, he had passed away, so we never got access to it. This year there's a little tiny brick house on that main road there. Those folks had just moved in within like the last 6 months. And we got access, and it was literally the back side of the soybeans that Ben had shot his buck in. Like we were literally hunting in the same exact spot Ben had shot his buck in. So him and Charlie got permission to like hunt the field edge on their property. And then after a couple days of that,
helps having a kid with you.
Oh, totally. Danny, next time you're coming with, like they won't be able to say no to you. We'll get access everywhere. But so Ben and Charlie hunted that and just like put up a blind there. Charlie shot a doe, I think the first night, and they never found it. And that's just like a good lesson learned for a new hunter. When you're like sitting on the ground, you just can't aim anywhere above middle of the deer. Like it's different when you're up in a stand because of the angle your arrow's going at, but he hit high, no man's land, and we tracked her maybe I mean, we tried it for like 4 hours and we gave up. And of course, like after you give up, we were walking through the soybeans. You're like, oh, here's some blood. Wait, this isn't the same blood, right? And then we took her into the woods for another 150 yards just to be like, yeah, it's like a drip every 20 feet. We ain't finding her,
No.
And we bounced around and like scouted a few different places, but we kind of kept seeing the same other trucks in all the different places we were going. It's like, man, they're kind of seeing the same thing we're seeing. We're just at this point, we're like looking for acorns, right? Like, man, if we can find an oak tree that's dropping acorns, that's got to be where they are.
Right.
And so we found a couple spots. Clay passed up like a 2.5-year-old 9-pointer at one of those spots on the backside of a dove field. Like it was on a dove field, and I mean it was close. Like it was 100 yards away from where dove hunters would be standing, but it was the deer's like one way through. So he had hunted up there, passed one up, but we just kept seeing the same people like trying to do the same plan we were doing, which is let's find something that's close to private fields that are planted. And so everybody's door knocking, everybody's trying to get access. And the first few days were tough, like a little discouraging. And like you said, the mood gets down. Like people are feeling it and they're like, man, we drove 14 hours to come out here and like see less deer than we'd see at home. And run into more people, right? And like it's cool, but it's also in Kentucky because you can hunt that early season, but theirs doesn't start till the Saturday after Labor Day. And the way that it worked, it ended up being like the kind of the second week of September, not the first week of September. So you're out like the buck I shot was hardhorn, like not a lick of velvet on him. The Cole got a velvet one, but like you're out there to shoot velvet bucks because it's a unique opportunity. And now you're like a week after when they're all starting to lose their velvet. There was definitely some discouragement early on, and there was one field, the bottom finger, like all the way down south of that, there's like 3 fingers on that piece of public. The bottom one, I had shot a doe in 2 years ago and saw what are you nodding about? You weren't there. You just happened to be here. Just cheesing, just pumped. I filmed. I don't remember if I sent it to you. I filmed a buck, not super tall, but had to be like 22 to 24 inches wide. That was why I said like,
yes, you did. You did send me that buck.
Yeah, but then everybody's giving me a hard time when I think it was you that sent the picture of the really big buck that somebody shot in Kentucky. It was on private or whatever. And I was like, that looks like the buck that I saw. He wasn't nearly that tall. I'm sure it was a different one, but just great. I've never seen a buck that wide. But we were trucking down there like the second day to go back in there and just kind of see. And to get down in there, you have to drive across a river. Like there's a hard rock spot where you can drive across. And I'm like pulling up to the riverbank and usually just drive right through and just drive up. And I'm maybe like, I'm slowing down, but I'm like 3-4 feet from the edge of this thing. And Trevor and Clay are with, and they're both kind of like, whoa. And I pump the brakes and they're like, we should probably get out and look. And we get out and it's a 3-foot drop.
Oh,
I mean, I was about to just send it off of this 3-foot drop in my F-150. We'd have been walking home. Yeah. This was like 30 minutes away. I don't know my truck would have survived it. We definitely wouldn't have gotten back out of it without somebody pulling us up that. But I was like, I didn't think anything of it. I just like, yeah, this is where you drive through, right? Why? Yeah. I could tell there was a dip, but I was just in my mind, I was like, yeah, it's just a little bit more of a dip. But we got out and like the river, when it had flooded, had just washed out that whole bank. So like for sure the farmers hadn't gone over there and planted. That was pretty clear. You would like, there's nothing. I mean, it was a drop of like 3 feet. No doubt about it.
I think you guys got out.
Dude, I mean, I should have taken a picture of how close I was. Like I was coming up to it slow out of like what we got going on here.
Yeah, right.
But I didn't have my mind made up that I wasn't just going to go. Like if they wouldn't have said anything, I don't know that I would have stopped. I might have just been a freaking teeter-totter on that ledge.
Oh my God.
So that was like I'd probably have some swear words for that if Danny wasn't sitting here, but I'll refrain. I'll hold back. Yeah, earmuffs. Earmuffs. All right, you gotta go to bed anyway.
There, now you can sit.
Okay, go to bed. It's past your bedtime, girl. I love you. See ya. I'll see you in 5 days.
Where are you going fishing?
Devil's Lake, North Dakota.
Oh yeah, you just told me that.
Going to chase some business walleyes.
Business walleyes. Okay.
Joe said, has anything? Oh, Angela says, hi, Danny. I just saw Angela's comment. She said, hey, Danny. That's my best Angela voice. Joe said, has anything been mentioned about Ben's outlet game? It got my 12-year-old the same as Trevor. Oh,
what?
I was wondering what the hell he was talking about. Ben had these outlet stickers. And so he would like stick them around the Airbnb, and like the shadow of it and everything makes it look like it's a plug-in, but it's just a wall sticker. So he would put it in spots where like there should be an outlet, but there's not, like on the kitchen island, right?
Dude,
on the wall right next to the table. And so like he kept getting people with stickers in different places. I was like, those are freaking genius. Like,
dude, that's funny.
Yeah, it was a hell of a time. That was a good laugher. And then I think it was just Trevor and I. You probably saw my posts on some social media, but a bird got into the damn house, and it was flying around in there like all day. And then eventually I think I was like taking a leak, and I walk back into the living room, and Trevor's like crawling up on the damn mantle, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then I see the bird flap. I was like, oh, the bird's sitting up there, isn't it? And so we got a bird catch and a clean release. It's pretty epic clean release too, like a very dove-like. Yeah,
I would expect nothing less from Trevor.
No, he's such a showman. He's always got to be like showing off, looking cool.
Yeah.
Topless.
Who was there the longest? Because I feel like some guys were there, and then like, what day did you guys leave?
So we left on Friday. So Trevor actually was the first one there. He beat us up there from South Carolina. We had left Thursday, but it's like 14 hours. So we got a hotel on the way down there and got there Friday, kind of mid-afternoon. We had the worst Bass Pro Cabela's experience in the world. I mean, just sucked. Like in the one in Louisville, we got stuck in there forever. It was like being in the movie Idiocracy in their Costco. It was like we couldn't get help from anybody, and then they sold us the wrong shit anyway. It was frustrating. Like they didn't know what licenses we needed for.
I hate that. It had a Bass Pro. Like, come on, learn it.
Oh yeah, and I mean, we were standing in line for 20 minutes. I'm not exaggerating.
That drives me nuts.
And people kept walking by. People kept walking by, and nobody would help us. Like employees kept walking by, and we'd be like, "Hey, can we get some help here?" And they'd be like, yeah, we'll have to call somebody. I'm like,
oh, fuck.
Okay.
That.
Yeah. Like, so call somebody. Don't say we'll have to call somebody.
Yeah.
Call them right now. Like, I don't know where Jim is on break somewhere, but like get Jim off his ass and tell him he's got customers out here. He should sell us some licenses. And then they sold us the 7-day license, which it plainly says, and Trevor was making fun of us because it was Ben and Clay and Charlie and I. And we get there and Trevor's like, that doesn't work. You can't do the 7-day. It says right on it, not good for deer hunting or turkey hunting or whatever. And it's like, well, why would the dude sell us the 7-day? Like he acted like he was doing us a favor. Then I had to go buy the full season license and like spend another $165 on that.
How much was the 7-day?
60. It was like another $100 to buy the full, but I basically was out $65. I thought about going back and bitching about it, but I was like, man, I just don't want to ever have to go back in there again.
Yeah, right.
So I didn't go back in there again. But that was like but yeah, Trevor got there first on that Friday. Season open Saturday. We left the next Friday. Like we had the Airbnb until Saturday, but it was getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Ben was disgruntled. He was out. He was frustrated, and they kept and like Ben's learning hunting still. Like he's shot a couple big bucks, but he's only like 5 years in. And so I was like, I grew up hunting bait and hunting out of stationary stands. And I'm like, man, like day 1, you got a shot. Day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Like they know you're in there. And he had 2 blinds set up and 2 bait piles by each of them because you can bait in Kentucky. So he had bait piles by each of them. And every time, no matter which blind they sat in, the deer would go to the other one. I'm like, yeah, man. it's and because he was trying to get Charlie a deer, right? Like he wanted
Yeah.
Charlie to shoot one. I'm like, deer don't think, but they're not dumb.
Nope.
All they do all day is stay alive. And so he was just getting frustrated because it's so hot. I mean, you're going out and it's like low 80s and you're sitting in that blind.
That's miserable. It's miserable. That's how it was for us in Indiana last year. And me and John stayed the longest. Nico shot a buck early. And then Steve left early, and me and John stayed, and we were miserable. And we weren't seeing deer either. Like, it was horrible. I saw one big buck on like the second to last day, and other than that, I saw a handful of doe. And it's tough to deal with shitty weather and then low deer activity. That's irritating.
Yeah. Joe just commented on my feed. He said, I loved it, but we'll focus more on morning hunts in the future. I'm so torn on it. Because like you don't get back to like 9:30. It's like I'm not getting up to
At night.
Yeah. Like by the time you get back home and just like settle back in and eat something.
So we hunt, we do our out of state hunts in November. So
yeah,
we're getting in with like a lot of time to hang out, podcast, eat dinner, chill, and go to bed. So we do
get
a lot
up
of
at 3 and go hunting. Yeah.
But those early morning hunts, I don't love morning hunts anyways. And just
I do during the rut. Yeah, I do.
During the rut, I need to be out there. But
yeah,
any other time of the season, I'm like, do I really want to get up?
I think the biggest challenge and the reason that in Kentucky we generally don't is we've seen plenty of big bucks in the evenings and shot plenty of big bucks in the morning. We've never seen one. Like even when we've driven around and scouted, it's like they're already back to bed, so we haven't found them. It's hard to get up. It's hard to sleep 4 hours and get back up and go out hunting. And like going
early season
when you don't know, it's just tricky.
Early season morning hunts aren't my jam.
I haven't had luck with them. I've shot some does, but
where I hunt too, like my lease, early season morning hunts are really hard, especially if I have beans, because
they're out there.
They're out there, and I can't get anywhere on my property without blowing them off the field. Mm-hmm. I do have a little bit of luck with the e-bike. I have noticed that they are less likely to leave the field if I ride a bike out there.
Oh yeah, there's like
they look at it, they see it because it's quick, whereas a walking person is, and then a bike is gone.
Zip, yeah,
and it looks like a light to farm equipment. So they're like, oh, I see those all the time.
Yeah.
So I think there's something to that, but I still don't love morning hunts. We got beans this year on our property. I got some giant bucks on my cameras this year.
Oh, really? Sweet.
Yeah, I got a couple bucks that are bigger than anything I've ever seen out there.
Hell yeah.
So we'll see. They come Wednesday morning, they'll be on somebody else's property.
Yeah, about right. It's about right.
I was going to go to Ohio. I was going to go to Ohio this weekend, but the guys went last. They went a week before Ohio's opener because the place we hunted is in a CWD zone, and they had an open season for a week before. And I wasn't able to go. And Steve shot a buck. We have like a farm that we have permission on.
Yeah.
And we got awesome bucks on this property. And it's such an unsuspecting property. There's not a lot of ground to hunt. You can really only hunt 3 guys at a time. But we were all planning on, if they didn't kill anything that weekend, we were going to go this weekend. Steve shot a buck, and then something came up with Nico this weekend. So Steve's like, well, I'll go with you and just shoot a doe. And I was like, I don't know, man, you lost your luster. Like, I just want to go if Nico's going so we can buck hunt. I'm like, I don't want to go drag a doe out for you.
No, I'm good, bro.
So I backed out. I'm not going this weekend. And I was like, you know what? I'll stay home. And we got the big kids this weekend. So opening day for Michigan is Wednesday. So I work Thursday. So I'm
October 1st, right?
Yeah. So I can go hunt Wednesday morning and Wednesday night, and then I gotta come home because of work. But I'm just gonna like chill this weekend and.
Is it going to be hot as hell by you guys too?
Probably. It always is.
I mean, like
Seems
every
like it
once in a while, I feel like you get some like highs in the 60s or
Yeah,
like
you
low
know what? I
70s.
haven't even looked.
It's supposed to be in the 80s here. I know North Dakota, where we're going, where it should be colder, is like by Sunday it's high as 78.
You know, it's crazy because we've gone to like northern Missouri a couple years in a row. The year my buddy went with his dad, the year before I started going on this our first week in November trip, they were in like 2 feet of snow.
Yep.
And then every year that we've gone since then, it has been in the 80s.
Yeah, it's wild.
Every year. Same week.
The first week in November has been awful the last couple of years.
So it's Wednesday, the 1st is 73 degrees up here.
Damn.
Yeah. So
That's
it's warm.
hot.
And there really isn't any. There really, I mean, it's like 80s this weekend, and then, oh wow, 81 Monday, Tuesday 78. So there's about a 10-degree drop on Wednesday.
That's
Yeah,
reasonable.
that's
Could get them going.
me feel better.
It's not nothing.
No, it's not nothing.
Joe says they are my favorite in regards to mornings. They're my favorite, but I'm a morning person. Most of my bucks have been early morning with early setting up ahead of bedding areas. Agree with Dan, as the rut is better. Plus, it's not 80 degrees. I do like, especially during the rut, I do like the mornings better. Just the going in the dark and like being in the woods when the woods wakes up there's just something about it. I haven't ever harvested a big buck in the morning. Now that I think about it.
Yep.
Oh no, I shot a 3.5. It's not a huge buck, but the one I got in Illinois last year was a morning rut hunt. Most of them have been in the afternoon. Not to say I haven't had chances in the morning and not just blown it, but most of mine have been evening, even when I'm like hunting all day. But I like the mornings during the rut a lot.
I think I shot my buck. My buck I shot last year with my bow was during the evening, but I think the one
like right when you got into the woods, right? Like
I just got up there. I was there for like 15 minutes, but I think the one I shot the year before with my gun on opening day of gun was in the morning because.
Is that the one you chased around for?
Yeah, for 2 days. But did I call? I'm thinking it was in the morning because no, it was at night because I got down, looked for blood, couldn't find anything, called the dog, and I waited till the sun went down, and then that's when the dog came. So it was at night. So yeah, my last 3 big bucks have been shot, and the one I shot in Ohio was at night. I don't think I have a whole lot of nice bucks that I've shot in the mornings.
Not going to stop me from going out and sitting.
Maybe I shouldn't get up early anymore. You know what? There will be one day this season that I think of that as an excuse and I roll over.
That's going to happen.
I'm like, you know what?
Shit. Yeah.
Today is not the day.
I never really shoot big bucks in the morning anyway. I kind of wonder since I know Cole's like got a thing going on and then might join. I know Ben's packing and Joe's at a hockey game, so he wasn't going to jump on. I think looking back at our text thread, I don't think Trevor knows tonight was the night. I think he got confused enough by Ben screwing up the time and probably everybody else making jokes about Ben not knowing when it actually was. I think Trevor thought it happened yesterday. I don't think he knows what day it is.
I'm texting him separately right now.
Yeah, like, dude, where are you? Maybe he's bummed because he didn't get on a big buck.
Yeah, did he
try to
get?
He shot a doe. Shot a doe. It'd be nice to ask him. Yeah, hear his version. So I'll tell my story. If Cole doesn't jump on, I'll also tell his. But Cole had gotten there. I'll prelude it a little bit with Cole's, which is Cole had gotten there Monday. I think he got in like midday Monday.
I feel like that's when I saw him start texting.
Yep, I think he got in. So it was like day 3, and we weren't on to anything. Like nobody had really seen a big buck. We're still trying to find spots, right? and we had a spot picked out where Clay and Trevor and I had gone in the middle of the day and scouted, and we found some soybeans on private land right next to public land, and we're like, I think we got to be around here. We found some trails going out to them, and so we all had spots picked out where we wanted to go. And Cole was like, well, I'll just jump in with you and I'll dip over into this random finger across the road that just has nothing by it, but like I'll just dip down in there and see what I see, right? So he does, and he sees a bunch of deer moving through and like 2 or 3 big bucks. So obviously like he's going back there.
Yeah.
That next night he goes back in there and gets one. And like I said, I'll hold off on the story because it's his to tell, but if he doesn't show up, then I'm telling it. That same evening, which would have been now Tuesday evening when we both shot our bucks, I forget exactly how it happened, but basically we kind of said like, we got to get by these soybeans that Ben has access to. And I kind of just said, Ben, can you ask them if I can access through there? Because if they're not going to let me, I'm just going to take the creek all the way around and I'm going to go hunt in there anyway. And so I kind of feel like I should tell them that and say like, hey, I'd really appreciate it if I can just sneak through here instead of walking a mile around, but I'll just walk a mile around if you don't want me to walk through here. But since Ben's already driving down here and I'm with him, can I just jump out of his vehicle and pop in there? And so I pop in there and I maybe go 50, probably like 75 yards farther down the field edge than he was. And I'm actually like onto the next like the next owner's property, but I'm in the woods 15 yards. I'll say I can't. If I like threaded a needle, I could have shot out on the private, but I don't have any intent of it. Cause like once they get in those soybeans, there's nothing right by the woods line. Like they get out away from the edge of the woods and get out in the middle of the field. So it's like, you got to shoot them when they're coming through the woods, which is the plan. And I'm sitting there and I got like fawns coming. I mean, like all the fawns, probably from the flood, all the fawns still had spots. They were so little. They're the tiniest little opening weekend fawns I've ever seen.
Wow.
Still all spotted. I don't think I saw one without spots. Like I'm guessing the does just gutted them. Just like, nope, not letting you out. Nope, not letting you out. You're not coming out. And just dropped them super late. So I got fawns running around and then I got some does coming through. I mean, like early season, you can't get in and up a tree without sweating, right? So I'm just like, God, I hope they don't smell me. I hope they don't smell me. I had 2 other critter encounters that were frustrating / scary / cool, which is I had a skunk roll by, and it was just gorgeous. If they didn't smell, I would have climbed down the tree and grabbed it and tried to take it home. It had double white lines like outlining its back on the top and all the way down its tail, and just such a cool looking animal. But and I videotaped it and I was like, don't you like, don't you come up here, don't you come this way. And it just like scooted right past my tree. And I was like, man, I just hope it's going the way I got to go out. I'd rather run into a black bear on my way out than run into a skunk on my way out. Right. Like I feel like I got better chances with a black bear.
Yeah.
And so that happened. And then I had a group of hens come by, this group of turkeys. And one of them, it might as well have been a group of hot chicks at a bar with one fat friend that just was just there to be a cock block. That's my analogy for this. And I heard it on somebody else's podcast, so I'm bringing it because I thought it was funny. So here we go. But it was like all these other hens are just like, oh, there's a dude up there. And this bitch, she's running around going, burp, burp. Like, how they do. They just call you out. They're just like, and I
don't like something.
Yeah. And so then I'm like, but this is I don't have cell reception. I'm trying to look up, can I get a fall turkey tag? But I don't have any cell reception. So I'm satellite texting Ben to see if we can get a fall turkey tag so I can whack one of these girls and send them out of here. And you can't. So I'm just sitting up there like, all right. And man, she like cleared them back out. And deer are so aware of turkeys. and like
Yeah.
what
they're doing.
I've seen deer clear out when the turkey makes a whip,
Turkey.
like
Yep,
deer
me
know
too.
exactly what that noise is.
Yep.
It actually
Something's
happened to
wrong.
Ben and I. Yeah, when Ben shot his big velvet buck, that was like an hour after some turkeys cleared some does off the field. Like they saw Ben move and everything was in the woods. So this turkey's putting, and I'm like, dang it. Part of me is like, hey, this happened before Ben shot his nice buck. Maybe it's a good omen. Foreshadowing.
Right.
But also like, get out of here. Like,
yeah, right.
either go out to the field or go back into the woods, but don't stay here and like sound the alarm. And man, for the next like 45 minutes, she made like 2 different laps, and the rest of the turkeys sat right by me, like watching her. And it was they're like, this is just me personifying the turkeys that stayed by me. Is like, Jesus Christ, Betty. Like, would you just leave it alone? Like, he's fine. The guy is fine. Look, he's even waving at us because I'm up there, like, doing this. Like, you guys got to go. And the other turkeys are all just looking up at me, like, what's up, dude? Like, hey, I wave, but I'm a turkey. And it's like, and then they're looking at her and they're just like, God, I wish she would shut up. And like, I felt like me and the rest of these turkeys were on the same team. Like, God, she's so annoying. I wish she would just shut up. She just can't handle it. It made me kind of wonder if like she's the mom and those are a bunch of her like brood. But some of them were like decent size, so I don't know. It looked like a group of hens. And it was like I couldn't get them to leave. Besides her, she tried to bring them all with them, but I couldn't get the others to leave. Finally, they like worked their way out into the field. They got out into the soybean field and they were never to be seen from or heard of again.
Dude,
it was like. I didn't know what to do. I was thinking about like throwing shit at him. I was going to start just launching stuff. So that transgression occurs. And then I had a few other like does and their fawns come out. And there were already other deer out in the field that had like come out from different sections of woods. And then I have the moment of action here. I had a fawn creep out. And you know, in Kentucky in early season, the woods is just this like black mystery. Like, it's not, it reminds me of like the 10 minutes before dark any other time during the season, but it starts getting like that an hour and a half before dark with like the full canopy. Like the sun gets kind of down in the horizon in the shadows in the woods. Like a deer can be 30 yards away from you and you're like peering to try to see it. It's so weird. And so all of a sudden, like this fawn pops out and it's coming out towards the field. And I'm facing into the woods and I kind of expect the deer to be angling across this way. Like I set up, there's a trail angling out to the field behind me to the left over my left shoulder, which is actually kind of where the buck Ben shot was, like going out that way. And so I'm expecting to get my shot off, off the left side of the tree. I'm looking back in the woods. Well, these deer keep coming out 20 yards on my right and just going straight out to the bean field. So this fawn creeps out, doing its thing, doe coming behind it, and I hear another deer coming. I don't even grab my bow because I'm like, it's another fawn with the doe. And then all of a sudden I see like, here comes the rack. And I'm like, uh-oh, because now the doe is like 15 yards from me and like right alongside me. I'm like, I got to get this bow and get it over my ropes and then do the awkward twist. And so she doesn't see me and the buck is just far enough back in the brush and the canopy that it doesn't see me. So I get over the ropes and it's just leisurely walking, right? It's not on alert. It's not going fast. It's not going slow. It's just walking. So I get pulled back and I've got maybe 5 or 10 seconds until it gets to the opening. And I'm like, I'll stop it right there. I got the perfect shot. And it's always it's harder and awkward when you're pulled back opposite, right? Like on your opposite side, like you're torqued. Your body's like torqued and your muscles are feeling a little weird. So so he's coming down the right side and I go to give him the bet. And he takes one extra step out of the opening and he's just square behind 2 trees. Damn it. And now I'm holding and he's not like on alert at all. He's just like, well, why come? Where did it come from? And so I mean, like 30 seconds goes by, and now I'm like, okay, like I'm not in archery shape either. Like I haven't been holding the bow back for a while, and I haven't practiced nearly enough. So I'm like holding back awkwardly on the wrong side, waiting for this deer to move. And finally he takes the next step, and he gets into the next opening, and I give him the bet. And maybe my bet is too much of a deer noise. Cause then he just turns right at me. He's like, well, where are you? He's not like, I think he thinks I'm another deer. I just got too good of a grunt.
Yeah, you do.
So then he squares up to me. He's not like perfectly square. He's actually turned a little back, more towards back into the woods. And I'm pulled back on him. And now I'm like a minute back there, and he's showing no signs of moving. I'm like, man, I got to let down here pretty soon. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to execute a good shot after holding back twisted for over a minute. And he's only at like 20 yards. He's right on my 20-yard pin. I think I ranged it after I shot him. He was 18 yards. And so I just had this like shitty decision versus shitty decision. Which one is the least shitty? Either, and he's looking towards me. He's not looking at me. He's looking towards me. But either I got to let down my bow, in which case he's going to see me. Like, he's right there looking my way. So I'm like, well, that's going to suck. Like, he's going to spook and bail. Or I got to take a frontal shot on him, which I'm confident in that shot, especially at 20 yards, but he's not perfectly frontal. He's a little twisted. And I've been holding back for a minute and 15, maybe a minute and a half, and my muscles aren't feeling super great. And so like in the moment, my, what I settled on, the old rush, like if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. And so my choice that I didn't make a choice was, well, I'll just aim at him. And if I feel like I have a good aim and that it's actually steady on him, then I'll take the shot. If not, I'll just keep holding back and keep struggling and hope that he moves. And at first, my 20-yard pin is like not even staying on him, right? It's like fading all over the place. And finally, it settles like right on the inside of his. Oh, look at this guy. Hold on.
Well,
Look who shows up for prime time here. Look at him.
What's going on there, guy?
He acts like he didn't know. He acts like he didn't know that we were doing a show tonight.
Listen, I got people. We're doing things. Look.
What day is it even?
I don't even know anymore, man.
But you're wearing a deer hat.
I am.
Yeah. So at least you got that going for you.
What's going on?
We're just telling hunting stories. I was catching Zig up on my my crazy frontal shot in Kentucky. And then I was gonna let you tell him about the buck that you shot.
The buck I shot. I don't remember shooting a buck.
Oh, okay. Well, the one without the wiener and without the antlers.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, this tasty one.
It was fun. Was
right.
it tasty? I don't know. You ended up with it.
Zig is pulling a Trevor. He's too busy looking at his phone to listen to my story because it's taking too long. So I've already lost him.
Zig does that. Zig does that. And you know what's funny about that? It's kind of ironic.
Yeah,
if you might,
that's the thing he calls you up for all the time.
You might call it ironic because Zig loves to tell stories.
It's true.
Trevor, you're the worst at not paying attention to people's stories.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Right.
I love y'all.
Oh, Trevor would have told me to wrap it up about 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago, he would have. No, my wife was texting me, so I was reading that text message, but I was listening to you at the same time. I was actively listening.
All right. So I ended up in that moment, just deciding like I'm gonna let it fly. Like my pin was kind of going, and then all of a sudden it just locked in. And I put it right on his like front left shoulder. Like I said, he's almost squared up to me, but not quite. And so to get it into his body cavity, like I got to hug his left side real hard because he's kind of turned a little that way. And I shot, and I think you saw this part, Zig, which is why you were wondering what the hell happened, which is I shot and he spun around, went like straight away from me, maybe 20 yards. And then he took two like lopes back to the south what's Trevor doing over there? Is he taking a dump on the street? He's taking a dump in the street. That's what he's doing.
I'm showing you the light. We lit up the whole damn street.
Wow. Looks nice. Looks nice. Is that why you're out there having a cocktail? Just celebrating the light?
Yeah.
It's a good reason. It's a good reason.
Got my boys with me.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so like he ran away and I had to shoot through a couple leaves. And so like the arrow looked like it was tracking good, but I didn't see exactly where it hit. And then when he loped to the left, like he ran out 20 yards, loped a couple like bounds to the left. The way he was running looked like I didn't even hit him. I was like, huh. And then
yeah, with the text you were sending, I was like, you must not have got him.
That was
you weren't confident.
It's amazing how, and I mean, like you saw where I hit him. That deer should have just nosedived and bulldozed until it hit so hard.
They're so tough.
And it's so weird. It's inconsistent how they die. Like sometimes you can clip them and they just bulldoze until they drop. Sometimes you shoot them in the heart and they like run 100 yards without bleeding and then fall over.
Okay, so this is gonna sound horrible, but tell me a better sound than that double lung.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, right? Nothing.
That's the other thing. I shot it head on, and so you would think you'd hear like some crack or something. Nothing. It was just like no noise. The deer ran out like it wasn't hurt, and then it disappears into this crazy canopy, and there's no leaves on the ground, right? So when they run away, you don't hear the crashing. He died, in hindsight, he died maybe 60 yards from my tree. I never heard him fall. I never heard him crash. He didn't break a twig. He just, the minute he got us out of sight, he fell over. Obviously, I didn't know that at the time. But I was texting you guys in the group basically saying, like, I don't know, man. Like, it was a 20-yard shot, but obviously I was held back for a long time, awkwardly across my body. And while it seemed like a good shot, I didn't see where it hit the deer specifically, even with like lit knocks. I didn't exactly see where it hit the deer. Part of me wondered, based on the way he ran away and that I didn't hear him crash anything. Part of me is like, man, maybe I didn't even touch him. Maybe I just nicked him at best. And I got down at night, but once I got down, and Zig, probably from your perspective, once I had gotten down, we already knew that Cole had a buck. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to, like, this is Cole's night. I'm not going to waste I don't want us to have to deal with 2 deer. It's going to get down to like 48. We'll come back looking for mine in the morning. And I got down and looked for my arrow. And I shouldn't say look for my arrow. Arrow was plugged in the ground. Blood on it, but not a ton. Like it, when you slide an arrow through lungs, that baby looks like you spray painted the whole damn thing. This was like blood a little bit on one side of the arrow and a little bit on the fletching. And so just kind of told me the same thing, which is like, I grazed it. But then on the ground, like it sprayed and hit the tree. And then Trevor, did you come and look at that blood with us? Were you on the recovery? No. Okay.
No, I was busy pulling Cole's deer through.
No, but the next morning, I don't think you were there either, wasn't it? It was Clay.
No, I wasn't there.
Clay and Cole came out, yeah. So I mean, like, there was blood.
I didn't go because I thought by the way you described it that it was a waste of time.
Yeah,
you were so not confident.
I wasn't sure if it was.
Yeah.
But that night, and I did send you guys the video of that at some point. Like the amount of blood in the first 10 yards was like, oh shit, that's a lot of blood. But a low hit can sometimes do that. So that was I was not confident. But when we found the deer, I had plugged it right in front of the left shoulder. It exited right behind the right shoulder, and it cut off the top of his heart and plugged through a lung. I don't know why there wasn't more blood on that arrow. Besides, it's like it didn't hit anything. It was like it got through the deer so fast that the blood didn't even have time to touch it.
I'm sorry, Zig. Are we bothering you?
He's very bothered.
Zig, are we bothering you?
Doesn't it seem like it?
Am I making bothered faces,
bro?
You're just very distracted. You're very distracted.
I mean, I wasn't there, so it's like
you know what? You weren't there. Why are you here?
Because I'm the only one that showed up.
Yeah, because he was the only one that showed up, but I figured he showed up.
No, really?
Yeah, you're the only other person that showed up. Cole's got so in everybody else's defense. Well, Cole should be here. He sent a video of whatever.
He had a bunch of people over.
Ben and I are leaving for a fishing trip tomorrow morning, but and I
Bro,
mentioned,
get a job.
well, I can do my job from there. I do have a demo on Friday, and I do have a
Okay.
team meeting tomorrow, so I will be doing some work.
Does whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
I'm sick of it.
Whenever my wife says it's okay. Um,
Right.
Ben's
We know
the guy.
better.
Ben's the guy with the nice boat. So when you go on a fishing trip, Ben has the obligation of like he has to do 75% of the packing, right? Like it's just the
Pro
sucks
tip.
being with the nice boat.
Pro tip time. Pro tip time. So here's a pro tip.
Pro tip.
Be best friends with the guy that owns the boat. Don't own the boat. That's
agree.
a pro tip.
I would like to sell my boat. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
No. You need to shut up now. I'm just kidding. I love you.
That's all you
I'm
get.
sorry.
That's the end
I've
of
had
your
a lot to drink.
That's the end of your story, Zig.
Are
Zig,
you
don't
done?
worry about it. Trevor's gonna have to go take a leak in like 2 minutes. So
Yeah,
he doesn't. I don't think he has a 5-gallon bucket with him. But
That's true.
I could see him staying live from a urinal. I could see
But
him.
I am outside. So I am
I don't-
outside.
The one lady from the Airbnb might get mad if you pee out there.
Nope. This is a hotel.
Okay. Well, she might be following you. She's kind of a snoop. We got
She's a
yelled
snoop.
at by like the property manager gal.
Oh, that's right.
We were staying at because we all kept peeing outside. And she was like, please don't make our yard
So
a
hold on. So
like that.
there was a message put on the front door that said, "Please check your messages." Right? Is that what it said? Like
Yeah.
your VRBO messages, and we were like, So you go to look at it, it's like, "Please stop peeing in the yard."
Please stop spying on us.
Yeah, I was like, "Well, that's awkward."
We rented the house, you know?
I'm pretty
You
sure
chose-
I do that.
Yeah. We rented the house. It's your fault you're spying on us.
So yeah, that hellacious drag of Cole's deer, that was brutal, dude. Look at my ankles. Let's see if we can see it.
You still got those bites? Oh no, yeah, that's the poison ivy, dude. You got the poison ivy
Gross.
on those.
It's so bad.
Yeah, he got poison ivy on his ankles.
That's
You can tell
terrible.
by the way
It's bad, bro.
Yeah.
that Poison Ivy sucks, man. That Kentucky Poison Ivy is another level of Poison Ivy. There were other. So, have you gone and gotten checked for Lyme disease yet? Did you go in, Trevor?
Do I need to? Is that a thing?
Well, I thought you were going to because you found 5 deer ticks on you. If you remember,
They weren't deer ticks.
bullshit.
Turkey mites. Go look them up.
Those weren't turkey mites. Those were deer
Yes, they
ticks.
were. Yes, they were.
I found one buried in my leg. Turkey mites don't attach like a tick.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Nuh-uh. Those were
Yes,
ticks.
they do. Nope. They are. I mean, they're a version. Like they're the infantile ticks, but they're called turkey mites. You're about to look it up. I see you.
So they're a tick, is what you're saying.
You hide your stupid face. Look at his stupid face. Can you see it? Look at it. Oh,
one?
what a
I'm not
dumb
saying
face.
anything. I'm not
What a
saying
dumb face. Look at it.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy who wasn't even supposed to
Oh.
Oh,
anything.
hey-o.
be here.
I made it.
Hey-o.
Yo.
I see what you did there. I see how you chose your background. Okay. 10-4.
I like that. It's good stuff.
Did you walk around getting the angle just right first? You were like, no, that's not gonna work. That's
I
not
was
gonna
like,
work. Right
I was
there.
like, morning buck, morning buck, morning buck.
those ones.
You missed our conversation about not shooting bucks in the morning.
Hey, where's your moose?
It's in my house. Where's yours?
Right here.
So
That's your moose knuckle.
I don't know if the ones we found on us were turkey mites, but I am looking, and a turkey mite is
Go for a run.
it's a Lone Star tick. I didn't realize it was a Lone Star tick. Isn't that the one where it can
Lone
make
The
Star's
Waco.
one that makes you not be able to eat beef.
that's
Yes.
the one that makes it so you can't eat red meat, right?
Yeah.
Or the Waco tick if you're cold.
If you're cold. Yeah. I didn't realize the turkey
And you make
mite's
stuff up.
name is Lone Star tick.
No.
That would suck.
You can
How
say
do I
hi
know?
if you want.
How
I
long does
I
that
just
take?
ate a big old ribeye, so I know it's not that. So we're good.
I mean, it is a Lone Star tick, it says.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy how many of
But
you
not a
I've never
Waco
seen-
tick.
They're definitely not a Waco tick, which, as we know, is not actually a thing. Be careful what you hear around Cole Sycophus. Very convincing lad. It's that Australian accent that he's got.
Yeah.
Just sells everything. Sells
You
everything.
know what? His last name is super weird,
Mhm.
and you just can't trust people with weird last names like Devino.
Devin Now. Is it
Sycophus.
Devin No or Devin Now?
You also can't trust people that use their last name as a nickname. That's super weird too.
That's a weird thing.
Yeah.
He didn't even hear you. He's still distracted looking at his phone.
Yeah. Can we cut him out? Jai, are you there? Jai.
You know what? I do gotta go. My wife's calling
Jai,
me.
can we get rid of Scott?
I actually gotta go.
Yeah, good.
Trevor's here. I gotta leave.
I'm gonna
I
miss
really
you.
do, though. It's not because of Trevor, though. I'll miss you too. All right, man. I'll see you guys later.
Sick.
Bye. Good riddance.
Joe, how was the game? You home? You back? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear
Nope.
me?
I hear you. It's
Okay.
just me and you, buddy.
Joe,
Joe.
Joe, are you there? No, he shook his head. No,
He's shaking his head.
he's not there.
I hear Trevor. That's it.
Really, you can't hear me?
Hey, so how was the game? That's what he's asking you. How was the game?
Well, the Hurricanes had 47 shots on goal to the Panthers 14, and we lost 4-2. So not good.
What?
Whoa.
How is
The
that?
goalie aspect was bad.
Dan
That's
Plata
weird.
wants to know, how is that possible?
That's kind of what we said.
What else you got, Dan?
That's wild.
That's wild, says Dan.
You're like the translator. This is great.
You can't hear me.
He can't hear me, says Dan.
Why can't he hear me?
Why can't he hear me, says Dan?
That's crazy.
Ask Dan if we're turkey hunting in Kentucky.
Are you turkey hunting in Kentucky, Dan?
That's a no. That's a no.
That's a negative, sir.
Negative.
Damn.
I am looking though about this turkey mite.
Are you hanging lights, Trevor?
Yeah, you didn't see it? Let's walk back over there. You want to see it?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not a fan. Like, I hate that I'm live right now.
This is gonna get frustrating because Joe
Why?
doesn't know when I'm
What's
talking
not
and he's gonna keep
clicking
cutting
for
me
you?
off like that.
Yeah, so Dan wants you to know that this is frustrating because he's trying to talk to you and you can't hear him. But that's all he wants you to know.
No clue why.
So I don't love it because I'm not a fan of the color combinations, but I mean, it's a pretty decent project. It's like 80 trees.
Let's see that.
But I'm at the end of the street here.
Where are you guys at now,
Well,
progress-wise?
About 2/3 of the way done.
That looks cool looking down the street though. That looks sweet.
It's pretty neat. I don't know. That we're doing this like purple and orange fall/Halloween thing, and then taking that down and putting up warm whites after the season. But it's pretty cool.
I mean, I like it.
But I don't know if you can tell, but I mean it's like it goes way
down.
Way the hell down
Way.
there. Is that orange on the tree? It looks like just a warm white on the tree, but maybe the
Yeah,
makes
it's
it.
warm white, purple, and orange.
Oh, I got you. Bonk.
I mean, you've done quite a bit considering you just started, correct?
Yeah, we're pumping it out.
Yeah.
We got a pretty tight deadline.
How are you running power to all that stuff?
So this is like a main street downtown in a small town in South Carolina, and they have lights on every tree. It's pretty standard. They have an outlet
so
at the
we already
bottom.
got it. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Is this your first year with them?
Yep. But we signed a 3-year contract.
Perfect.
Pretty cool. They're throwing down out here.
It's a party now.
I like
Pretty
it. Now, what are you going to have blocked out time-wise to switch the lights out?
I don't know, man. That's somebody else's department.
Get Ashby in here.
Yeah,
Ashby.
exactly. That's exactly right. I don't know, but it's so simple. It's just switch this one out. So this is one strand is 2 drops. So you're just switching out one strand with warm whites. Super simple. But man, this was a great contract because I mean the money's right. So
Hell yeah.
Very cool.
love these ones.
Nice
Yeah,
to
man.
lock 3-year on it too.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not gonna do that one live.
So
I don't know why Dan is muted here. This is dumb.
It doesn't make
Oh,
any sense.
man, I
I
forgot.
was gonna say, Trevor, you need to say, okay, Dan's talking now. You gotta
Okay,
give me-
Dan's talking now.
yeah, you gotta give me a chance to talk, and then you can relate to it. I am curious. I want to hear, Trevor. I want to hear your drag story, and like we can tell Cole's story for him. If there's something that happens, if you don't show up to tell your own story, then everybody else gets to tell it for you, good or bad.
Yeah, sure.
So why don't you tell the Cole story?
It was pretty funny actually because I guess he was in a spot where he had absolutely no service. And he, you know, anytime you're hunting, if you've ever been hunting with a bunch of dudes, all you're really doing is texting each other the whole time.
Oh
A
yeah,
bunch of crap, right? Well,
Yeah.
I happened to be in a place where I was able to text Cole and everybody else, but Cole couldn't text anybody. So he's texting me about his deer.
that was
And
kind of
so
like Ben and I.
And so I know all about it and I want to tell everybody, but I'm like, it's not my story to tell, so I'm not going to say anything. And y'all were planning things that night. You were like, we're going to do this and that. And I was like, I don't think me and Cole are going to make it. Anyway, so I tracked my way back to him. It was about a mile to maybe a half mile to get to him, but it's like straight up and down, right? These hills were brutal.
Yeah.
And when I get there, I realized that we have to get his deer and come back. So we abandoned that and go all the way back to my truck,
I was
get
gonna
my
say, 'cause you
sled.
didn't have a sled or a drag rope or anything with you. You were just going in getting them.
Yeah, and those hills just wouldn't have allowed it. There's just no way.
Mm-hmm.
So we went back, offloaded our equipment, and hey, y'all, offloaded our equipment and got the sled and went back. I mean, it felt like a 2-hour process. We were exhausted.
We were worried about you. We were just
Yeah,
like, man, we need to go like
it got
set a search
late.
warrant for those boys.
Yeah, it got late quick. And that was after the landowner that was 50 yards from Cole's tree he chose. So the landowner, apparently the landowner had been baiting deer for quite some time. And here comes Cole, sets up 50 yards just inside of public property and shoots his wife's target buck.
I think he took the red bandana off its neck just after he shot it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he had to remove the ID tag and the GPS tracker.
Got one, boys.
Yeah, but you know, he's a smooth talker, so he was able to talk the guy down and keep him under control, but it could have gone a completely different way. He was a local police officer, so
Yeah,
could have gone the other direction really quick.
Sounds like that dude was pretty pissed.
Yeah, he was pretty pissed. But hey, Cole didn't shoot the big one, so
And I mean, like, Cole did nothing wrong.
exactly.
Cole did everything legally and was hunting on public land. And like, if you're gonna bait right on the edge of public land, that's what you signed up for.
Yeah, like he had like 400 acres or something. Like, don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Like you of all places. Not only that, it was like super public because the dove field and the landing are what
Right there.
half a mile away. Like what were you thinking?
Yeah.
All right, we lost Joe. Joe gave up on it.
Joe gave up on that. I don't mind that he went and talked to Cole, but like, you're a hunter. You should be down there congratulating the dude, not accusing him, right? Like, you're accusing the dude.
I get it though. I do get it. Because what if Cole did do that on purpose? You know, what if he knew? Well, intercepting somebody's target buck is kind of messed up, but he didn't know. If you don't know, you don't know.
If Cole would have talked to that guy the night before and the guy said, hey, I got a target buck that's coming from there that I'm hunting, and you're kind of cutting him off on me. If Cole went back in there then and then shot him, that would have been a dick move. But the dude could have talked to Cole the night before. He saw Cole the night before.
That's true. That's true. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, he only talked to Cole after Cole shot one of the bucks, and was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Hey,
like-
you know what? Some
doing
people just like to have something to complain about. That's the truth.
It really is. It really is.
So Cole gave him that thing that he can tell all his buddies, "Oh, this freaking jerk came in," and yeah, people like to have something to complain about. Cole was there to make sure he had that.
Did him solid. Joe,
Good
can you
man,
hear
Cole.
me now?
I hear you now. I figured I just reset it quick because it was driving me crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Can
how
you
we-
hear Joe?
who?
Can you hear Joe?
Who's Joe?
I can't hear Joe. I see him talking, but I can't hear him.
No way. That can't be true. You can't hear Joe.
Joe, say something.
Yo, you can't hear me
Yo.
still?
Joe. Joe, you there?
I can't tell if Trevor's just.
I joke.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We had
This is
this
why you don't give me
discussion in
old-fashioned.
Kentucky. Like me, Trevor, and Cole riding around in the truck, and I'm just sitting in the back. And the entire time,
My battery's dying.
I don't know if they're seriously talking to each other or not because neither one believes each other, and the conversation goes nowhere.
They're just talking in circles. Now
Yeah.
Trevor's battery died, so he's out. It's like serendipitous. It's just the only way that came out. Like, look at this frozen face there. He's just frozen in space, like staring into the depth of his phone with like that oh shit face.
That's hilarious.
That's how it went down, and that's how it happened.
Hilarious.
He probably needs to like Uber home too, and now he doesn't have phone battery to get where he needs to go.
I figured he was out there doing lights because I knew he had that big job to wrap up, and it was a time crunch. But
Well, I think they were out there working on the lights, and then he and his dudes went and got some drinks. So now he's got to go hit the payphone and call Ashby for a ride.
now you went silent again, and I can't hear you.
No way. Go out and come back in. Go out, come back. And when it just in one of these and set the hook. Oh no, you just spun it. You just spun it. Okay, Joe's gonna go out and he's gonna come back in. So as the story goes, Trevor was telling the story of Cole's deer. Cole ended up shooting a velvet 8-pointer, like they talked about, kind of right on the edge of private, which I mentioned earlier. All of the area we were hunting was public land on the edge of private field. So Cole was just doing the same thing. He was trying to get in between the bed and where the deer were going. The dude was just super pissed because he had a blind there. Cole saw it, but couldn't see that anybody was in it. The guy never alerted Cole to the fact that he was in it. And he had a bait pile out there. So the guy was kind of pissed, but Cole's like the ultimate chill dude and just like wound the dude back down. And they got him out of there. Trevor hunted that spot 1 or 2 more nights, Joe. I don't remember. 1 or 2 more nights. Never saw the other big buck that was in there. And Joe, you saw a couple big bucks cross the road, right? But never saw him again after that.
No, I went up to that one spot that was on I think the southern portion of the land that we were staying at, but on that back road.
Oh yeah.
And there was soybeans there. I mean, everything was laid out perfect. But when I drove up in there, there was someone with a tractor just going up and down the river, dumping water. And I was like, I don't know what you're doing, bro.
Oh, yeah.
But so I went back to
The old
pretty
water.
much the bedding areas of where you guys were hunting, that transition of them leaving the bedding grounds, going up into those soybeans.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm just going to sit here and watch the road, only because there's a place in Ohio that we hunt where they cross the road, very similar. And we shot 2 bucks that were over 140 just off the road.
Yep.
So I just sat there and I watched one buck go across he was well over 140. The other one was probably pretty similar to Cole's. So I said, let me just sit up there. I only had the 2 evenings to hunt. And one deer, I couldn't tell what it was, but every single evening I saw a deer cross that road right there. And I had does, at 8 yards. I just never saw anything to put horns on.
And wasn't Trevor? Trevor was only 100 yards from you or something like that when he shot his doe in there. Like
Probably 200. Yeah, probably 200. So do you know that other road that was private that goes up between those 2 soybean plots?
Yeah.
He was on the corner of that one knoll, and I was
Okay.
on the other side.
Got it. Kind of the two funnels up to the beans.
Yep, and they cross that road and just head up into those soybeans. And that's why I was thinking, like, next year, if I can get down a half mile or so in that flat in the mornings, like real early,
Mhm.
I could potentially get them at daybreak,
Coming
getting in
back,
their bedding grounds. Potentially, don't know, but worth a shot in my opinion. And like you said, I'm regardless of what we get, I love that morning where the woods wake up versus that evening and it's hot and you're getting bugs and you're like, I'm ready to leave. You know,
Yeah.
that morning hunt is nice.
Yeah. Where kind of back down in there is on the back side of the dove fields, which weren't planted this year. And we went back in there looking for sign the first day we got there. Clay and Trevor and I did. And there was just, there's one nice set of tracks, like one fresher set of big buck tracks. But other than that, like very little deer movement back in there, which in hindsight, in a way, like who gives a shit? I should have went and hunted a big set of buck tracks, maybe.
Yeah.
Like maybe he was living back in there, but also it's like it's so hard to tell in the mud. Is that track a day old or 5 days old or 2 weeks old? Like it's just imprinted in like hardened mud, might be a month old. But when those dove fields were planted, or the egg behind the dove fields, it's that same bedding area that dumps into there. And both years, when I shot my bucks the other 2 years, it was in there. So like we know there's a lot of deer that bed in there. It's just which way are they going to feed? And I think they're all like where you guys set up. Instead of coming out to the east, they were going up to the north and hitting that soybean field up there because there was no food down in the river bottom.
Right.
And Clay sat in there the next night or the last night after you had left and just sat along the creek down in that bottom and had tons of deer moving around. And it was so thick he didn't get a shot at anything, but he said like multiple different groups of deer were moving around down in there. So they're definitely in there. They like
So
it.
he had movement on the lower end down there.
Yep. Just on the other side of the highway.
Yeah.
So they're around.
Yeah. I'll give it a shot next time and just kind of, see everything being new. It's all different. But they're definitely in there. It's just trying to find out their patterns. And I'm sure every year changes with the water and everything of that nature. But
this year was weird with no egg down in there. Like there were definitely less hunters than we had run into in the past, but all the hunters that there were all trying to hunt and knock doors on private next to the public or get access or something, or making big loops. Like, I mean, we were hunting like a couple miles back in, and every time we hunted down in by like Ben's spot where he had the private access, like the one day I shot my big buck, Clay ran into like 3 people. I hunted down in there one other time, and I had a dude walk within 15 yards of me, and he had to have come from, I mean, I guess there's a house there, so maybe he came from that private. We know they don't let people on though, so he either lived there or he walked a mile from that public access in 82-degree heat. Like, I ain't walking I'm hunting in the morning instead of walking a mile in 82 degrees. Like,
absolutely.
I don't know what the point of hunting is when you're that sweated up. I'd just be soaked to the bone.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I wouldn't see anything. Everything within a mile is going to smell me. It's hard to hunt when you're soaked.
I agree. Absolutely. And reading a lot of different forums. I mean, I was watching a lot of stuff and joined a lot of groups after I left and kind of read a lot of Kentucky hunting, the velvet bucks, everything about it. And a fair share of guys do pretty well in the morning. So that's why I just said I think the research next year, not saying I'll be able to set up stands, but kind of learn the area a little more. There is an opportunity for it, is my only thoughts.
Yep. Yeah.
Plus that evening, I don't know. I mean, if it's cooler, I'm all for it. But sometimes when it's 80 degrees and all those little flies, it's just not enjoyable sitting there in the stand.
No, and we had before you got there, like the first 2 days were really nice. The first day was like upper 60s, and then it was kind of low 70s. the first couple days were great, and then as the week went on, it just got hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. By the time you hunted, it was like upper 70s, if not 80.
80, yeah.
It was the night that Cole and I both tagged out was I don't know, I can't say it was the coolest night, but it was like the last cool night, that Tuesday night, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday was just disgusting. Yeah. And it was like highs in the 80s, lows in the upper 50s. I think the Tuesday night it got down to like 48, and that Tuesday was a high of like low 70s. But man, there's a big difference between low 70s and upper 70s. And I know because usually we keep our house at like 70, 72, and we have the AC off right now. But today the house was 79. JC and Angela were laughing at me on the radio show. The sun's kind of beating in here, and I'm in the room in our house that gets the hottest or the coldest. Like in the winter, it's freezing in here, and I have a space heater. In the summer, though, I don't have an air conditioner in here, and so I just sweat. I don't know. It was 79 in the house. I gotta imagine in this room it was like 85 at least. And so on the radio show earlier today, I'm still wearing the same shirt because I'm just a gross human. But I'm like sweating through everywhere. I got the pit sweat going. I got the under pec sweat going. I'm just dripping, man. It was gross. But
yeah, I can't do 79.
No, I wasn't happy about my choice of like, I'm going to be cheap and just keep the AC off.
Trevor said send the link again because his phone died, but he's back charged. Are you able to do so?
I mean, I am, but it's in the text thread, dude.
Well, that's what I said. But he forgot his deer in the woods. So if that says anything.
You're right. He forgot his deer in the woods, and then he forgot it in my freezer.
Yes.
All right. Maybe he's back home now when he's on his
maybe.
So he can't get text, but he can get the Facebook. There. Now anybody can jump on because it's in the comments. So
that's so funny. I'm like, yeah, it's in the text message. Just go back.
Like literally 2 texts up in our Kentucky.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm not torn on Kentucky. I super enjoy that hunt. I think it's a ton of fun, and it's different when when like the river bottoms are planted and stuff like that. What a loser. Oh, here he is. Are you back home now? Is that what's going on?
I'm on my computer in the hotel room. My phone died.
Okay. I was going to say, well, that
makes sense now, you big dummies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we concluded that, but it's still fun making fun of you. So
I can't hear him.
Oh no. Oh,
no, he's full of shit.
No. Ben is like out on Kentucky. He's like, I'm done with Kentucky. He gets you may have noticed he gets wildly discouraged, and he's all or nothing. He's either 100% in or he's 100% out.
I'm with him though. If y'all picked a new spot, I would be all in. I'm still all in. I'd still go, but I think a new spot would be cool too.
I love new spots. I think the nice thing about Kentucky is it's easy enough for all of us to get to. Like we have the longest drive at 14 hours. I really want to do North Dakota or Nebraska, but at that point, like you guys might as well fly here if you want to go. And like, then we'll just drive up from Minnesota, right?
Let's go to Texas.
Oh, we can do that. We can do some Texas.
Yeah.
Do a Texas hog and whitetail hunt.
Dude,
Hindelighter would hook us up, I'm sure.
He would for sure. I've already talked to him about it.
Yep.
Yeah. We've already been planning that. We just didn't see it through.
Yeah, he's always like, come on.
Yeah, he's got a cool place.
Let's go execute on that. Chad Murray's got some land. Chad on my radio show podcast jumps on. He's got some land down in Texas. He's all about chasing some shit around. No, and I'm all about it. I don't I enjoy the Kentucky hunt. Like I enjoy the early season hunt because like when we're hunting the rut, you're just hunting, right? I mean, it's awesome. We all love the rut. This feels like the JV hunt. Yeah.
No, it was cool because it was like it's almost like getting your feet wet. Like you don't just show up in Kentucky on private or public land and kill a nice buck. Like you've got to earn it. And it was pretty cool to experience that because I told you that was my first time hunting public land. I've never, I'm South Carolina. You either know somebody or you are the somebody. And you hunt over corn, right? That's just the way we were raised. But up there, I mean, it was pretty cool. You guys introduced me to saddle hunting, which was super cool. Except on the 5th day, your asses and lower back feel like they're going to fall off. But
they make a backrest for it, which like during the rut, you need the backrest and then tree pad, and then you can hang.
So I use my backpack as my tree pad, and that tended to work out pretty well.
That works good.
Yeah. But anytime you do any tree stand for 5 days straight, I don't care what you say, your lower back's going to feel it.
Oh, dude. Even like a climber is the only situation, like in a summit climber, where I'm like, I could probably fall asleep up here and just
I've got hundreds of hours clocked asleep in a summit tree stand.
The summits, man.
I might have for a little bit of time in Trevor's.
Dude, I've slept in that stand more than I've been awake.
I'll hear them if they come by. I know it. I trust.
Yeah. Plus you can't see because it's dark out. Oh, wait, no, that's a different podcast. Sorry, just kidding.
The sleeping summit setup works great when the leaves are crunchy. It doesn't work great. Like early season is tough because there's no leaves on the damn ground. Like I said, even when my deer fell 60 yards from me, I couldn't hear it.
When you hear the crunching of the corn, it's time to wake up and look at the stand.
Yeah. Oh shit, they're there.
Something here.
Turn your flashlight on.
What would you need a flashlight for?
I don't know. Some people in South Carolina do. Not me. Not in the North Carolina area.
Oh yeah, the wrong Carolina. That's what I call it. There's South Carolina, and then there's the wrong Carolina.
The wrong.
I don't actually know if I don't know this. This is a real question that I'm about to ask here. Is there like a rivalry between North Carolina and South Carolina?
Unspoken.
Is that a thing?
Unspoken. Yeah, they're liberals. They're a bunch of libtards.
It's a Trevor thing.
Is it too soon? I can't do that yet.
It was great that you went right there. That was great. That was awesome.
Well, you were thinking it. They're in the triangle, they got a lot of opinions.
They got opinions. Yeah.
Don't put your hand out. You know it's true.
I use the same corn you do.
You're a geographical anomaly.
I'm still a New Englander by my terms.
You're the coolest New Englander I know. That's for sure.
So, like, you don't know any?
I know 3.
Okay.
2.
That's good.
I don't know any redneck New Englanders. Joe is the only one.
That's
behind him. The dude's a redneck. I mean,
that's the default for sure. The coolest one, then.
Yeah, no question.
There's not a contest.
So, is this your man cave or is this the living room? Because if this is the living room, then
that's my living room.
Yeah. You are borderline white trash.
We have
I love you so much more for it.
There was a big moment in the Plata household. There's like a room that's like an offshoot from our main living space. Like you walk in the front door and there's kind of like an atrium style room, and like the stairs go. Well, you've been there, Trevor. Like the stairs go up there to all the bedrooms and stuff. And then off to the side, like in where the sliding door is to go out the backyard. That was always where I had all my mounts and stuff. I have fish mounts.
That's where you are now, right?
No, I'm up in my office. I'm in one of the bedrooms upstairs.
You're in the bar.
I'm in the bar. I just took the green screen out of here because, like, let's just look at these babies. We got some turkeys to look at now. These have been sitting in here. I was telling Zig earlier. I mean, obviously, I shot them this spring, and they were in the garage for 3 months, and then they were on the bed here for a month, and then like finally, I got them up on the wall. So Angela was giving me a hard time. She's like, "Where's the bar?" And I was like, "Yeah, but this is just so much cooler than the bar."
I'm in the bar. What do you mean?
Yeah, this is it. But no, we had a moment where I got a backpack mount from the buck I shot in Illinois last year, but then to get that into the room with all the other deer heads, we were out. Well, I like that. I like that better, Joe.
I'm still waiting to get that one on the wall.
Look at the dog. The dog likes it too. He's licking his lips.
Yeah,
like that.
I
Dude,
like
mine
that setup better than these ones are.
I might be aging myself here, but all my turkey tail feather mounts are just falling apart.
Really?
Yeah. I did them myself. I
Yeah.
don't know if I did something wrong, but the feathers are falling out. It's
Just
just
maybe not dried enough or something.
dude, I salted them like you're supposed to. I thought I cured everything right. They just
Borax. You need borax.
I did that too.
Borax them. I usually borax them, and
20
then
something years ago, dude. You know
I borax them, and then I use like a 2-part epoxy.
what you got there, pal?
What do you got?
This
Show
was
it
a
off.
wedding. This
Just
was a
show it
wedding
off.
gift, but it was sheds that were found on the land we hunt in Ohio.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
it's a
cool.
bowl. That's
Isn't that cool?
That's so.
You know what
cool.
that's for? This is what you use that for. Movie night when you don't want to share your popcorn.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah,
I like that.
the cage.
I just put my whiskey in there.
There you go. It's punch bowl. It's punch
Yep.
bowl. Hell yeah. No, I mean, I think I would do Kentucky again. I do love exploring new places. So like in figuring new stuff out, like you said, Trevor, there's just something about going and like learning. You just and it's like the thing that keeps fueling you, even if you're not having success. And it was like I'm pumped that I shot the deer that I shot. Super cool that and Cole had struck out so many times in a row
Yeah,
on
he
these
was
public
due.
land hunts. It was so cool. I mean, he was efficient about it too. It was like one hunt, saw some deer, went in the next day, killed them. Like,
Yeah.
which
We knew.
yeah, and it's hard to do that. It's hard to do that any other time besides like early season
Because
because
they're not going to do the same thing twice.
they just don't run that play. But it like understanding that about deer and how to use the land and how to play the wind and it's like everything that he did after a couple situations that didn't go his way on different public land hunts that I've been with him on. Like it was just super cool to see him have that success. Like there's the confidence factor as a hunter. It's hilarious how it like impacts you, but whether it's shooting, whether it's killing, whether it's stand placement or getting busted or whatever it is, like there's all these thoughts that like create momentum in your head. There was a period of time I intentionally didn't keep track of the number, but I was seeing big bucks every year and I was just missing them. One year I used my 30-yard pin on a 20-yard shot. The next time, like I shot and it got deflected. And then the next time I took a shot straight down at a deer and it hit it in the spine and dropped it. But then the deer got back up and ran away. And it was like 6 in a row, 6 big bucks in a row. I don't remember the number on it. A ridiculous amount of like big bucks in a row. Joe doesn't give a shit. He just left. He's just gone. He's like, fuck me. Story. But man, it like ate me up. And I remember I was hunting in December, like in the snow in Wisconsin, and shot a 3.5-year-old buck. And I just remember like literally, and I shot it, and then I went back in the next day to recover it. And I just remember being like, and it was a bad shot. It was like a 40-yard shot, and the deer took a step, and I hit it in front of the back hip.
Oh, I got a story.
But I hit that artery that goes like the whole way, and it bled out. And I went back in there the next morning. It's an hour and a half away, so I had to drive an hour and a half home, sleep, drive an hour and a half, and I had to like it was a Sunday night that I shot him, so I had to like cancel all my Monday morning meetings and go and drive an hour and a half back and go get him. And I remember finding that deer and like seeing his rack sticking up out of the snow. Not a huge buck, but probably 115, 120 inch deer, a plotted buck, as you saw in Kentucky, a plotted buck. But I remember in that moment, I was just like, the tides have fucking turned.
That's right.
And since then, like there's one big buck that just like literally 3 arrows went wrong for goofy reasons. I was like, that buck just wasn't supposed to die today. I probably told you that.
Been there, dude. Been there. It's the weirdest thing. It could be like a twig that you would swear there's no way that's going to cause a problem. Yep.
Three arrows in a row I put at this buck before he got out of range, and all 3 of them had something weird happen. That was just like
crazy.
No way. Oh, no way. Oh, no way. And I was
that's when you carry one of these with you just in case. just in case.
Yeah.
I've actually done that. So I went pig hunting. He's back. I went pig hunting, and I'm trying to spear a hog. And I've got it was epic, dude. It was epic. I did everything right. I've got the corn piles directly underneath my cedar tree. And I'm in this tree, and the sun's going down, and here comes, he's coming right underneath me. It's perfect. And
duck. It was a duck.
Yeah, it was Daffy Duck.
Okay.
After Duck the pig came in right underneath me, and I'm like, right? You know how bow hunters. You're a bow hunter. You know you got to get your breathing right so your body's under control. And you almost drop the spear from above, right? You're just giving it a little bit of momentum. I barely skipped off his back. Like it was like like no point at all. Just like it was embarrassing. And
Like it just flattened out too much? Or
I
what?
just freaking missed. Like it wasn't even, it was just bad, right?
It's bad drop. Gravity
and I'm
deceived
sitting
you.
there, and of course you don't carry more than one spear, right? So
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, I pull it out. Bah, bah, bah. So I got the pig, but it didn't go according to plan.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I mean, it's 15 feet below me, not even, right? Like right there.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
I'm not letting this pig, like I barely touched it so gently that it didn't leave. It's like
Is that on video? That would have been a great video. Oh shit.
are we live on Facebook right now? Whatever. You know what? Libtards, just deal with it.
Yeah. Oh god, that's so funny though. That's so funny.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
If we can do the Texas thing, I think it'd be super cool to do the helicopter hunt.
I'm in.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun.
I do that.
Yeah.
I do that. No doubt about it. No doubt. I have yet to shoot a pig. You boys need to get me on a pig. But I don't know. Like Trevor talks big about his South Carolina pigs, but they don't taste good. So I'm kind of out.
That's
Like,
not true. That's not true. That's not true.
You,
That's our river pigs. Those
Yeah.
are our river pigs.
Okay.
They live in rice fields. They live on islands in the middle of the river. Those are the ones that they don't have a good habitat. They don't eat.
I want to go eat a good one. I want to go get a good one.
Dude, I got you. Don't
Okay,
be
dude.
silly. Don't be silly.
Me and Trevor, I have a feeling over the next year are going to do a lot of crazy stuff
Let's go, baby.
in the outdoors because we're only like an hour from each other many times, and now we're going to make this all work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there were years, like I hate that we're live right now because but there were years where me and my boys single-handedly took care of business and helped the population density.
Well, I mean, like pigs, you can just go off on, right? It's not you.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not saying anything illegal. It's just like people have opinions, right?
Yeah, but those people suck.
Yeah, that's true. And we're on your page, not mine. So what do I care?
Fine. This show is.
Hey, Jai, don't tag me in any of this.
I mean, this show is it's the business owner bar show. This is exactly what we do. If we were sitting in a bar right now, nothing would be different besides we'd be sitting.
It would be slightly different. I've been there with y'all. It would be slightly different.
Not much. Not much.
Not by much.
Not by much. What do we miss about Kentucky? Do we finish the Kentucky discussion? Any closing Kentucky thoughts?
I want to give some more flowers to Cole because honestly, it was pretty impressive. So Cole comes in a day late, punk.
2 days late.
2 days late. Okay. And basically everybody's picked their spot. I'm the new guy. I'm the new kid on the block. I just kind of go with the flow. I'm like, y'all tell me where you want me to go. I'll go there. But he shows up. He's like, oh, I don't know, man. I'm looking at the linear graphic, blah, blah, whatever. And he's like, I think I'm going to check that out. And he goes up there and he comes back at the end of the night. He's like, oh yeah, I saw like 3 or 4 killers.
He goes, what? I saw 3 shooters. And we're like, bullshit.
I'm like, yeah, right. Nobody's seen a buck yet. Right.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, seriously. And I know exactly where to sit tomorrow. I was like, well, I'm coming with you.
But in like classic Cole fashion. So we're standing by the truck drinking a couple of lattes, and Cole's like, all right, like first one came by, nice buck. And he's telling the details of the story, and he's like, next one came by, huge buck. But there's like
160, 165.
They're like working around me, and I don't have a shot at them, and they're going to like Cole had walked farther and then backed up and set up, and the deer went to where he was and not where he ended up setting up. And then he's like, and then the third one, the 6-pointer rolls by, and that was it. And I don't remember if it's Trevor or me, and we're like, so when was the third shooter? He's like, well, that 6-pointer. I shot that. It's a shooter. He's like, oh, and we're like, oh,
I respect that. I respect that. You're like that, Dan. You're like that too. Like,
oh yeah.
trophy hunting is one thing, but dude, we're on public land on a Kentucky hunt with a bunch of dudes. You had a shot, you took it, you tagged out. That's what it's about, man.
Yep.
Oh,
Honestly, it made the trip. If you two didn't kill your bucks, it would have been a bummer for everybody. I killed my doe, and that was something, right? But
yeah, there's some joy, especially in a camp like that. There's definitely a lot of joy just in anybody having success. Like,
for sure,
it's a team sport. It's definitely a team.
There is, and it's like you're just waiting for that truck to come down the driveway to go. Like, let's go. You know, it's very exciting.
We gotta go.
Joe made a joke earlier about me leaving my doe in the in the woods. So I shot the doe, and it was a really good shot. It was a clear banger. Ran about 40 yards, something like that. Yeah, it was a banger. And Joe's walking up as I'm getting out of my tree, and it was perfect timing. We go find the doe, and we drag it down to this road, which was like straight downhill, which would make it easy. I could pull the truck up, load the deer up, and so we drag it down to the road. We kind of put it off on the side of the road, and then we go back. We walk to the truck. We get our gear out. We grab a beer. We're like hanging out, and then I get in the driver's seat and start driving home. And Joe's like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I'm going home." He's like, "Dude, you're deer." I was like, "Oh crap!"
yeah, that thing.
So,
what? I can't hear you. Oh, yeah. What?
We turn around and go back and get her. She's sitting on the side of the road waiting on us.
There's a part of me that wanted to wait a little bit longer, but I'm like, nah, I can't.
See how far this plays out.
We'll let him get back home, and then I'll be like, "Hey, drop me off here. Why don't you go back and get your deer?"
Dan would have been on the balcony looking down and said, "Hey, I thought you said you shot a deer." Oh, what do you mean? He's in the back. Oh,
shit.
Oops. And that was like a 30-minute drive too.
And then I get home, and I'm like pulling stuff out of the freezer, and I pull one bag of deer.
No. Stop it. We talked about this.
I must have been drunk when we talked about it, because I do not remember at all you saying, "Hey, I'm going to leave you my deer." The downside was, I don't remember.
We did talk about it. Yeah, we definitely.
I'm not saying you're lying. The downside was I don't remember talking about it in there. It might have been during the Packer game. In which case,
it was the night before. I was like, "Oh, I gotta go. I don't have a cooler. I don't have ice, or I didn't have ice, whatever it was." And I was like, "You know what, dude? You just take it with you." And you're like, "Whatever." That was, it wasn't much of a conversation, but we definitely.
I bet I was watching the Packer game just like Zig was saying that he was listening to my story earlier, but he was texting his wife. I bet I was Zig. I bet because I don't remember that conversation at all. I don't deny it one bit because I'm a dude and I'm sure that happens all the time. But the downside was I got home and I got we threw out kind of the one front quarter that was like totally blown up with like guts and stuff in it. Where I don't remember if it was entry. Yeah, it was the entry because you shot it quartering towards you. And so we like didn't get anything off of that quarter. So there were 3 quarters with a lot on them. But they were frozen rock solid. And I'm like, damn, like how long are these things going to take?
I thought you cleaned everything up that day while we were.
No, Clay and I just lifted the freezer and put it in the back of the truck and plugged it in.
No, there's a picture of you cleaning the quarters.
I mean, I did. It took they were frozen as shit. So it was like really hard butchering because I had them in the garage. I opened the cooler, but then how warm do you want them to get? Yeah. Right. It's
you don't want to reheat them or refreeze them.
Yeah. Trying to play that game of like thaw them out to butcher it to refreeze it.
Not a good game.
So it was on me. I should have like thrown them in a cooler on the drive home to thaw them out, but I didn't. So once I got home, I was like, "Oh shit, Trevor, you forgot your quarters," because I did not remember saying, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah, it was like 10:00 at night, and I was waking up in like 6 hours to drive 10 hours, and I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, that's your deer. That's your deer now. It's in your cooler. You keep it.
Finders keepers.
Honestly,
you're gonna keep it.
Dude, I will, without a doubt, end up with 7+ before the season's over. I'm not worried about it. Hey,
that's the only reason I'm upset is because now I have one less deer that I should kill here.
No,
you're
not. I thought you were a math guy. That's not right at all.
Oh,
If you don't count it, it doesn't count.
oh, okay. Oh God. Okay, so just keep it off my deer spreadsheet.
Keep it off the books, dude. You got to
It's
cook
like
the books.
cash. It's kind of like cash. It's my
Cash.
cash.
Yes.
I
It's
got
like
it.
cash.
It's like cash.
It's your deer coupon.
That was go cash.
dough cash.
It never happened, Dan. It never happened.
Mhm. It's off the books. It's on the books as far as the Kentucky DNR is concerned. It's off the books as far as my
Right.
freezer.
That deer's in my freezer.
But it is taking up space. It's taking up some real estate. I still got plenty of room. I got room to fill these babies up. But it did when I got back, it put the onus on. Like we had to take. We're down that chest freezer. We're down that freezer, and everything else is in the other 3. We got 4 because I'm a redneck, and it also was like
That's why I like you.
we got to eat some of this shit. So I had some shank tacos the other night because I got tons of shanks. Like we just don't go through shanks that often. I need more shank recipes, like crock pot shank recipes. But that like shredded meat taco, that was like I was making breakfast burritos out of it. I was making nachos out of it. Obviously made some tacos out of it. Highly recommend.
I'm convicted by you and Cole, man. You guys eat basically nothing but venison, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I learned
look,
I learned a lot from you guys, just especially on taking all that rib meat off
Yeah.
and that outer layer. I mean, there was way more there than I've ever seen or even attempted
Agreed.
to get myself.
Agreed.
I go hard at it. I clean a deer like I eat a chicken wing. Like if you guys ever seen me eat chicken wings, I'm the dude where like on the plate, you're like, holy shit, man. Like there ain't nothing left but the bone. Like there ain't no cartilage
I've
left.
seen
there
it.
ain't no
I've seen
skin
it.
left.
We went
Yeah.
to a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh yeah. When we all
Yeah,
were about to
I've
shit our
seen it.
pants. Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Maybe that was why we all got stomach bugs, was watching me eat wings. But I kind
Yeah,
of
we were barely alive. All 3 of us. It was me, you, and Cole, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Zig was with too.
No.
I think he was.
I don't think
Or
so.
did he just go right to the hotel because he felt so shitty?
Yes. He got sick first.
Yep. And then by the time I dropped you and Cole off, you guys were like not feeling great. Yeah, he was like sitting / shitting in the shower. Or was that you? One of you
Nope.
guys was like just shitting in the tub. I think it was Zig. He's just like, I'm just in here and I can't even do anything about it.
No, I got up in the middle of the night and got in the shower and sat there for hours shaking. Middle of the night, shaking, just
Shut up, dog.
shut up, dog.
It's Rob's fault.
You
Rob's
damn
fault.
dog. You New England dog.
That's my deer dog.
Let me see. What you got?
Don't
Here,
find
Trevor.
shit.
She killed a deer last year.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I had a doe jump over my fence and she grabbed it by the neck and killed it. About 100-pound doe. She's a shepherd husky. Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up, dog.
I love that dog. Shut up.
Shut up now.
You sure you're from New England?
Next year. So I've got my Illinois trip coming up. I'm curious what other trips you boys got coming up. Next year, I'm
Indeed.
Say hi.
Maryland.
Oh yeah, that dog actually looks like it could kill a deer.
It kind
Come
of
on.
looks like a deer.
It had like red eyes too, like it's just
You
like
just killed your computer.
just killed the phone, man.
I've got a couple trips to Maryland, my uncle's farm.
Yeah.
That's always fun, man. What a privilege. That piece of property is unbelievable, dude. I mean, it's not Cole Sycophus, Ohio, but
With his EHD bucks, bulging eyeball EHD.
wait,
buck.
we didn't get to get into that. It's too late, isn't it? You're going on 2 hours here, dude.
That's normal. We've had some 3+ hour episodes.
I'll be honest, I don't know much about because we're in South Carolina. We just seem to be shielded by that stuff.
You probably get enough moisture. You don't have the extreme droughts that some of the random Midwest places get. It's mostly a Midwestern thing, is what I've seen.
We don't see those diseases, and even if we did, we probably killed the deer before they had the chance to get the disease.
Mm-hmm. I heard about a fly larva today. I was listening to Working Class Bow Hunter, and they had a dude on that was talking about a fly larva that gets in open wounds, and basically, like, if it gets in there, it infects the thing. And it's actually like humans are susceptible to it too down in Texas. And if it gets in an open wound, it's like you got 7 days.
Whoa.
Yeah, 7 days. And so, like, humans can go get the worm taken out and get antibiotics or whatever to kill it. But deer can't.
Did I ever tell you about the parasite cleanse I did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did. From eating too much raw fish. That's where you get them from.
I just ate raw fish for dinner. I had sashimi.
Yep. That's where you get the worms from.
Worth it. I do a parasite cleanse once a year.
My biannual parasite cleanse.
Yeah, that was pretty gross.
I bet it was.
Pretty gross.
But I think the hard part about the EHD and CWD, I was gonna send you guys a text afterwards, but I was like, I don't have the right analogy, but I'll say it on here and then we can kick it around. So those that hear this later, tuning in, whatever, EHD is like a bug-borne illness for deer. They get it from bug bites, basically, and it's not always fatal, but it's oftentimes fatal. And the bug larva comes out of dried up water sources. So where you have water in the spring and then it dries up, usually by late fall, you get whatever midge or whatever the hell that is that starts biting the deer and kills a lot of them. I mean, and it's like very localized, but it'll wipe out a deer herd, which sucks because it like ruins hunting in that area for a few years.
Yeah.
But generally the herd recovers. It's not, they can't give it to each other, right? It's only from that bug. You could have an area that gets it year after year after year, but even then it's non-transferable, right? And so other deer are going to fill in that didn't get impacted by it. Like the herd can recover from it. It sucks in the short run, but in the long run, it's not like a threat to deer hunting and a threat to the deer herd. It's just a extreme annoyance. CWD is goofy because they don't understand it. It's like I was trying to make the analogy of like CWD feels like cancer and EHD feels like Lyme's disease. Like you can die from Lyme's disease, but we also have an antibiotic to fight it and we understand it. And so if we catch it soon enough, we're fine. It still affects a lot of people. Like I've had it twice. It can really fuck you up, but cancer kill you, right? And Lyme disease can kill you, but most of the time it doesn't. Like, and that's not a great analogy, right? It doesn't quite fit the same puzzle, but cancer's a bitch because we don't know, right? We just keep throwing money at it because we don't know. Like we keep getting a little bit better and a little bit better. And I feel like CWD is that in deer, which is, it's always fatal. And one of the weird things I was listening, I think I sent you guys the Meat Eater podcast.
It is always fatal?
Yeah, it's always fatal. And it transfers from deer to deer, right? It's not just like a thing they get from something else. Like they can give it to each other and it's got a super long shelf life. Like it will sit in a deer and the deer will stay alive for like 2 years. And so the question is it better if it kills the deer super slowly or is it worse? Like, is it better if they have some immunity to it that they can stay alive longer? That seems better. Except if they're alive for 2 years with it, then they're just out there spreading it. And so it actually makes it worse.
Does it stop spreading at death?
No. They've actually done a study where they took a deer that was like whitewashed bones. I mean, had been dead for multiple years, and they put it in a pen with uninfected deer. And all the deer that they put in the pen got infected.
So how does that affect the meat? Because I've heard Ranella talk about that. He's like, okay, I hear your opinion, but will you eat this cheeseburger? Right?
They don't know. It's so it is the same type of prion or like protein disease as mad cow disease. Is it scrapies?
Remember that?
What does sheep get? Sheep get scrapies? Is that what
mad sheep disease?
Mad sheep disease for sure. But so it's the same type of disease, and people have gotten mad cow and died from it. Like we know mad cow can transfer from a cow to a human. And so if cows get mad cow, which is again, the same protein disease that deer get, like it's the same disease. It's just a different species.
Just a cooler name.
It's not. Yeah. Why don't we call CWD mad deer disease? That would be
I
way
do from now on.
mad deer. But like, so we know that type of disease can transfer to a human because we've seen it happen from cows to humans when humans eat that cow. It's never happened from a deer to a human. There's no documented case. But we can look at cows and be like, well, we know that if it happens over there, we can get it. So is it?
Yeah, it's terrifying because it kind of debunks the entire philosophy of hunting.
Yeah.
It's like I'm the only person that's ever touched this meat. I know where it comes from. It's healthier. It's leaner. Like we have all these talking points, right? And now it's like, wait, is it not?
It's got this disease, and so here's where I stand, and I had to make this judgment call, and I don't know where I stood up until this point, and maybe I'll change my mind, but I've always had this dilemma of if I shoot a CWD positive deer, what am I going to do with it? Like I hunt in Wisconsin. Wisconsin's got a shitload of CWD in parts of it. And it's like really starting to impact some herds in Wisconsin, but it's not like EHD it takes its toll now. CWD, it takes like 20 to 30 years to take its toll. And so
EHD, how do you know?
All the deer are dead in water sources.
Okay, well, what if yours just got it 2 days ago and you killed it? How do you know? Is there a way to recognize it?
Those bulgy eyes, man. Freaking googly eyes.
Cole's deer, he was like, oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that. I was like, how? Dude, it's an alien.
That thing's got googly eyes out.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that was the HD.
On his trail camera.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was a huge buck, too. I mean, they don't always die from EHD. They don't always die, but most of the time they do.
We have one farmer that has found 19 bucks all over 120 on his, I think it's a 400-acre lot. But where I've hunted for 16 years now in Ohio, and we're skipping the next 2 years. I mean, we found 3 over 140 in the last 3 weeks. You know, what do you do? It just is what it is. But like you said, it's quick. It should recover. Give it time. But it still sucks. Like the immediate impact is what gets us.
Let me paint a picture for you. You spend your entire life working your butt off to finally afford a farm. And then you start managing your property for deer. And then this happens. It's heartbreaking, honestly.
It's heartbreaking, but at least EHD, you're like, oh, I'll still have the chance to hunt it again. Oh, my kids will still have the chance to hunt it again.
3, 4, 5 years from now.
CWD is like, oh, shit, if this like infiltrates the whole deer herd, do I even hunt anymore? Ever? Do I ever deer hunt again? If all the deer have this disease and they're all doomed to death and I can't eat it, I don't know that I deer hunt anymore. I guess I'm just owning. And I bought into 150 acres with my dad and my brother just for deer hunting, right? Like, now what the fuck do I do with that? Am I a farmer?
Camping?
Am I a camper? Farming?
When did that happen? When did I become a camper?
I don't know, man.
How lame is that?
I guess. Like,
a campfire. You're gonna call me JC now?
Now, in EHD, like the funny thing with EHD though is like now your landscape is going to be like, think about the ability for like the new incoming deer for habitat. That habitat's going to be prime. So one of the things with EHD that they tend to see is in a few years you have a huge herd and you have a lot of huge bucks because the nutrients on that ground is untapped.
Okay.
So like it's
like burning the underbrush, right?
Yeah,
you got to burn the underbrush.
Yeah. And so I think like EHD sucks because exactly what Joe said, it's like, oh, I guess I don't hunt there for a couple of years, but it's so localized. And so you can kind of bounce around. CWD is just so weird because I think the hard part is we don't know, right? It's just like cancer. We don't know. We don't know if humans can get it. We know we can get it from cows. And so it's like, man, who's going to be the first person to die from it from a deer? We know thousands of people have probably eaten CWD positive deer and nobody's died that we know of that we could point to that. But Seems really weird that if you could get the same type of shit from a cow and die, that you wouldn't be able to get it from a deer and die. So Steve's point is always, if you're going to be a CWD denier and act like it's nothing, here's a burger from 5 CWD deer all ground together. Eat it if you don't
see how manly you are now.
Yeah, right. And
Put your money where your mouth is.
So I shot a yearling doe 2 years ago in Wisconsin, and it's close. It's like down in south central Wisconsin, like really close to where CWD is starting to take off. And so we always get our Wisconsin deer tested, especially when we're shooting them down there. And it came back positive. And it's like, shit. Like, I do label all my deer meat so I can tell what's what. But Ben and I were about to do all of our processing of like all of our shit. And he and I were like, man, do we process this stuff or do we not? Right? We're feeding this deer to our friends and family. And it makes me sick to like kill a deer and then throw it away. Like, it's so against my morality. But how shitty would you feel if you killed one of your kids with CWD deer?
Oh,
right.
What?
Right. But like, what if one of your family members died from eating a deer that you shot and you were like, oh, it's fine. And so you have this like moral dilemma.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Not a chance.
Yeah. So we threw it away. Here's what happened. Here's the shitty part. Threw it away because Ben and I had this discussion and we were like, I don't feel comfortable. Like, this is going to get worse. Like, we're going to get more and more and more and more CWD positive deer. I don't know. We're not going to continue this lifestyle at some point. Again, I don't know if we keep hunting or not. There won't be big enough bucks to chase. There won't be meat to go be had. And so
you already know I don't care. Like, I would have shot 2 more does in Kentucky.
But if you can't,
I love the hunt.
Yeah, but like, if you can't eat them, like, I think I'm gonna get a dog and I'm gonna go duck hunting. Like, I'm gonna find other things to do outdoors. I don't know if I'm gonna go kill stuff that I can't eat. Like, it's just not interesting to me anymore. It's a reason why I didn't get that into turkey hunting for so long, because you can only shoot one of them and the birds are so small, like compared to a deer.
Honestly, wild turkey is just, I don't care what anybody says. It's just not that great.
Oh, I like it. I should have brought some. It's not.
You did bring some.
No, I didn't.
Didn't you?
No. There's no way you're cooking it like a store-bought turkey, but
right. You're not putting it in the oven. You can deep fry. I've had it deep fried, really good. I mean, you deep fry.
That's what we do. We'll like smash them down to like what venison patties would be, or backstrap tenderloins, and then just deep fry them.
Yeah,
they're fantastic.
You can deep fry cardboard boxes, and they're delicious.
I should grind it and make some sauce. I could make like turkey breakfast sausage out of it. Grind it and make some breakfast sausage.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's not like if you go get store-bought turkey, it's not that.
My the favorite thing I've made is actually I will what's the word I'm looking for? I'll brine the legs and the wings, like all the really tough meat that you can't even like throw that in a crock pot for long enough to soften it up. I'll brine it forever, and then I'll just boil it and boil it and boil it and boil it and boil it until it like falls off the bone. I'm like adding water in, but if you brine it, I smoke it in between. So I'll like brine it, smoke it to fully cooked, and then boil it down and boil it down and boil it down. And so between the brine and the smoke, that broth that you get out of that stuff is the best soup broth in the fucking world.
I believe that.
And then you just peel the meat off, and you've got all the dark meat turkey in there. Add all your vegetables. Add some noodles. Like, it is the best freaking soup.
So you take that dark meat and you take some smoked sausage and you put it into a wet pasty rice. Stir it up. That's a perlo. That's what I was telling you about when we were in Kentucky. That's a low country boil or perlo, and that's a staple. That's a staple growing up here,
like a gumbo type thing.
Yeah, gumbo. Yeah, it's like a gumbo. That's so good.
I will say that venison bacon was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I'm pretty sure it put 4 of us on the toilet, but it's really good stuff.
It was Rob. Obviously, it was Rob. You saw Rob. You saw what was going on that he brought to the party.
I don't know what he brought with him, but dude, that one night where he's let me paint a picture. I'm full of pictures today. We're in a tiny RV on the ice, and somebody is on the toilet like 10 feet away all night long.
He's
dropping bombs.
He's 16.
And you don't dare crack a window or crack a door because it's way too cold outside. It's like -20. miserable.
It could have been
And
smellier. It could have been it could have been worse. It could have been smellier.
Poor dude, man. I felt really bad for him. It was a bad night for him.
I was surprised how well he rallied. I mean, Rob's a badass.
Definitely rallied.
And
He
he'll
definitely
pick
rallied.
shit up and party, but like you wouldn't have known he was with whatever stomach bug he had.
Yeah, we didn't know until like hours later. We were like, "Hey, dude, you've been in the bathroom a lot. You good?" And he's like, "No, I'm not good."
Yeah, I need to.
And then the next day, he really let us know like how bad it was. Like he was, and I know now because on the last day on the way home,
we all got it.
Bathtub.
I'm really thankful. Like it hit me kind of the next day after it hit you guys. Thank God it didn't hit any of us on the drive home. Like Zig wasn't feeling good on the drive home. None of us were feeling good.
He didn't drive though, so he went straight to the hotel, right?
Yep. And none of us were feeling. I remember we got back to my house and we were all like, we should go do something. We're like, nobody wants to go do anything. Everybody feels like shit. But man, at least it waited until we were like in hotel rooms or whatever. I mean, it sucked that you guys had to like fly with it too, but I can't imagine.
I was fine. I was fine by the next day. I
feel like Cole wasn't. Maybe Cole was. Cole was
right.
Like
it hit Cole last. Cole was the last one. I was sitting in the like I didn't get any sleep, but I slept in the airplane on the way home. So,
dude, it was miserable, man. But at least my point was, at least it didn't like hit us on the truck ride home when we're like, oh, gotta stop. Oh, gotta stop. Oh, gotta stop.
Oh, you would have had to leave me. You would have had to leave me there.
Yeah, you're hitchhiking back. See you when I see you.
All right, bro. It's 11:15 Eastern.
All right, I should probably like pack. I can get up at 5 and go catch some business walleyes.
Go get them.
All right, boys. I'll send some pics. Peace out. Business nerds, you guys know what to do. Work smarter and harder. Go earn yourself some pride. If anybody's even listening, next week we're doing the thing for the first time. I've done P&L reviews on the show. I've never reviewed my P&L. Rob Anderson's going to be on with me. I think this is the plan. Rob's going to be on. It's going to be like I'm the guest, and we're going to do a full P&L breakdown on the best damn bookkeeping P&L. That's pretty sweet. So I'll see you next week for that. Go get them.